All right, here we are back. This is the second annual in-person on computer games pseudo cast, which is it's a pseudo and podcast put together.
Pseudo, because we're on Linux.
We're on the Linux, yeah. Pseudo apt get. We spent a few minutes configuring.
Are you checking the phone?
Configuring our controller. Yeah, I'm checking the notes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to scroll talk or something. I thought you were about to have some TikTok time.
Right. So this one is March 27th, 2026. The topics today we're going to be discussing Moby Dick, themes and style of the novel, which I have some comments on. Compound conjunctions, sorry, and that's stuff like and so but then.
Yeah.
He said.
Yeah.
You know, we've been talking about that.
Just saying a bunch of them.
Just
rattling off all seven
at the beginning
of
a sentence. Or a clause, you know. I'm a big fan. It's pretentious as hell. The next one is parenting. Sam Harris says parenting doesn't make much of a difference for a person's outcomes. We'll be discussing that a little bit. And then N64 games. This whole time we're going to be playing. Maybe we might switch. I think we're drinking a tiny bit, so we might switch from. We're playing Smash Bros. First here. You can see Link on his thing. Let me just play that. There you go. That's pretty dope. Look at that.
That's crazy, dude. That the touch of detail. You're so good at the little details, right? Like the CRT on the actual screen, and
yeah,
that's like.
That was a touch of genius this time.
You just come up with that, like I just out and like that's like a really.
People say I have an aesthetic flair, you know.
You do have.
I am very much
flair.
about aesthetic style over substance, which is the glasses. That's why I wear the glasses. They're mysterious. They're cool, you know. But look, that looks pretty cool. I had to smush the actual screen though, so it's kind of off center. But that's fine.
I was just seeing if it would work, and it did. It was instant.
Yeah, so go to verse mode. I think since you started it, yeah, there we go. Go to rule, and let's make it 3 stock, no items. I'm just do whatever you want. 3 stock's fine, I think. Go to verse options though. We're gonna be that guy. I guess you can't turn off items in the 64 version. I haven't played this game in forever.
Does it have a lot of items? I've not played this game in a fucking long time.
There's a lot of fucking.
There's no reason to play this game.
There's no reason.
Sure, the Ultimate exists. There's no.
They still have tournaments for this game because of how amazing it is. You know, the first game is always the best.
God, no,
it's always the best.
You going to that tournament? You gonna go to the Smash Bros. N64 tournament?
No. I've heard people smell really bad at those tournaments. So
they do. They really do. Alright, so we're going back?
Yeah, we're good. Alright, go to verse start.
I don't know how to play this. How are you holding? Are you holding with the... Oh, you can drink a wine.
For some reason, like, it won't let me, like, play.
The N64 is weird if you're younger.
Can you move your guys?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I can't.
Hit start.
We're on Linux.
No, you want to... Okay, this is
Linux, so we're going to spend most of this pseudocast troubleshooting things.
You not ready?
It won't let me, like... It won't let me do the thing, my friend. Here, I gotta fix it. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is we're actually playing this on a real N64. There's no emulation going on here. Okay, just because I'm moving the window, doesn't mean anything.
No, it's you can do this on N64. You can. That's why the sales dropped. People were.
People could just load up the what do they call it on this ROMs? I think they still call it ROMs for this.
Yeah.
It's still called ROMs.
So I like layman knowledge, like ROM. I think I use for like.
Okay, I think we're good now.
Isn't ROM like cart-based stuff, and then like ISO for like.
For disc-based things, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
I don't know the controls of this, dude. There's no C-stick.
There's no C-stick. No C-stick.
It's an S. He's got a yo-yo.
He's got a yo-yo, yep. I think I'll pick Link.
Right? Just want to use like side A.
I can't remember how, but if you pick if you hit a different button when you select the character, I think it's one of the C buttons, you'll get a different color.
Oh, you can just press C after you.
Oh, okay.
Or different C directions are the different colors once you pick.
I see. Wonderful, wonderful.
He doesn't have the skull shirtness. Or the,
No.
Whatever. This looks like a yo-yo.
I'm gonna check my son on the baby cam every now and then.
My son is not being watched right now. He's in another building.
And just for the context, we live in different states, but he's visiting my house. He brought his son. My wife is out for the week, so obviously this is a prime time to just go buck wild. What are you calling this weekend?
It's Jack and Crack Witch Weekend. That's what I learned from my good pals.
With the writers of On Computer Games.
Yeah.
So you're in for a real treat here. This is a classic stage, Sector C.
Alright.
So one of the things about this game, there's like a little weird quirks that you might not be used to. I'm pretty sure you can't air dodge, so you can't do an air spot dodge. You can do a ground dodge if you hold the back trigger and then do it like that. I don't think you can do it down though.
No, you can't do it down. I've seen that, but you can do a side dodge.
Yeah.
See, how do I? That's in my B moves, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's no side B. Yeah, you're dead.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, that was a good try.
That was a good try. That was a really good. He's a hard one for his recovery.
Yeah, there's no side B, so like Link only has a boomerang. He does not have an arrow, even though Bow is his more signature move, but whatever. Yeah, we gotta get used to the controls. Yeah, look at that coughing. Ooh. There we go. So the first topic today is actually Moby Dick. I've got a copy of Moby Dick on my desk here. I read Moby Dick last year, like mid-year. For the first time I completed it. I had tried to complete it a few other times, but I couldn't make it all the way through.
Wait, when did you finish it?
I think mid last year.
Okay.
Was when I finished it. I was actually playing like Chrono Cross around the same time. I tried to play that game so many times and I can never beat it. I played that game, when we were in high school together, and I beat it because I was on Adderall. You can beat anything on Adderall,
Yes.
Even the worst game in the world, you can play and love it on Adderall. So we don't have to get into Chrono Cross, but Moby Dick. So we're going to talk about the themes and the style of Moby Dick. First of all, I want to talk about the style. When I was reading that, I think the style in that book is insane. When was that written? The 1700s?
Like late 1870, 1860.
Yeah.
Like when whaling was huge.
Yeah, whaling was huge for the oil until what was it? The petrol industry destroyed that, I think.
Yeah, we found better ways to
get
our lamps.
Yeah.
We had the light bulb, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. We found better ways to fuel our lamps, other than killing poor defenseless creatures in the ocean. But the style in that book is insane. Like, I don't know if you remember when you were reading it, but there's like M- statements inside of parentheticals inside of other M- statements.
Yeah.
In this kind of shit. Did you remember that?
Yeah.
It takes an extreme amount of getting used to. And for a writer in the modern age, if you want to take tips from, who is it, Melville, don't. Don't do it, because it's confusing and nobody will, everybody will just think you're pretentious as hell. That's the one thing that I remember about it. The intro's iconic, right? You have Call Me Ishmael.
Yes.
It's a good introduction.
And Queequeg, right? Some great characters. Like a small cast, but some great characters like Queequeg and Ishmael meeting at the beginning before you don't even meet Ahab, right? For 100 pages. It's a while for you to even meet that guy.
Yeah, it is 100 pages before you meet Ahab, and he's kind of built up to be this scary dude. The interesting thing about Ahab is throughout the entire book, there's this character that's always behind him. Do you remember that? Is it the Phantom or something? I don't remember what his name is, but he's
it's like
the Yow, or
like a mute native or something, right? Wasn't it something like that?
Yeah, he's implied to be. He's some sort of
I'm gonna do.
It's some sort of dark priest or something who's doing all these prophecies and shit. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He dies eventually. Spoilers. Everybody dies.
Except Ishmael.
Except Ishmael, and I think Queequeg.
And Queequeg, there's that really cool misdirect where he's building the coffin for Queequeg, right? It ends up being what saves him, I think. Is that what he
survives
on?
That's the best touch in the book, I think, is that, I don't know, about halfway or 3/4 of the way through, you have that whole thing about Queequeg building his own coffin or whatever.
Yeah, building his own coffin.
Yeah. and then, you know, it's so funny because you think he's gonna like die in the coffin, and then like after he's built the coffin, he lays in it, and then he's just like, oh, Queequeg decided he doesn't want to die anymore, and he leaves the coffin, and like he doesn't die anymore, like he regains his, you know, hope or something. I don't really remember. It's been a while, and then at the end, you know, when Moby Dick destroys the boat, Ishmael and Queequeg are saved by holding onto this coffin in the water back to town, which is, you know, interesting. What do you think about that? What do you think the symbolism is there?
Man. So I mean, coffin, right? The theme there for the symbol probably is the obvious one is death, right?
Oh yeah.
And then it's like this kind of irony, I guess, right? Because you're being saved by the thing that was supposed to be like the thing that's supposed to take you to land, right? Was the boat, and the boat is now underground, right?
That's true.
And then the thing that was supposed to take you underground is now the thing that took you. I can't take it further than that, but that's where I would start. I think with the analysis, right? Is that I think he didn't. It's obviously done on purpose. I think, right? Why could anything,
it's
right?
intentional.
It's, like
it's an intentional thing for sure.
But that's where I would start to try to unwrap and try to find something really, really cool. Because it's just not. I mean, irony is the first thing that comes to mind, but it's just this.
Maybe it's like pretty. It's kind of dark. Yeah, irony is a good one, but it's like it's kind of dark too. It's like the thing that saves you is like death, right? So like you sail back home just holding on to this fucking coffin in the ocean, and like, what is it? The inevitability of death, like.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's what my brain was just coming to. I think is that death, like you can't run from it. You're still not safe. You know, like even if you think you're safe.
Right.
Right? You're still just
like,
riding
what's saving you is a coffin.
It's a coffin. And
yeah.
that coffin is yours. And you built it with your hands, it's for you, and that's
yeah.
where you're going eventually. You know, it's a memento mori, I guess, right? It's you remember death always. And just that uncaring, I think one of the biggest like motifs in the book is just that uncaring vibe of nature, right? Nature is bigger than you. Nature does not care about you.
Well, that's the biggest thing. Like what Ahab's whole you know, obsession is with a creature that doesn't give two shits about
him. Yeah, that's it. It's like we want to so much to control and put a narrative on everything that this man has made an enemy of a whale. Right?
Yeah.
His nemesis is just a creature that is an innocent little creature that is just doing what whales do, and
yeah, and it's just self-defense too. Like he was like originally trying to kill the whale and harvest its sperm or whatever.
Trying to like hook it with harpoons and then do what do they call it, the Nantucket sleigh ride? Right? Yeah.
Yeah. That book goes into like deep descriptions of like them cutting up the whales, the blood, the guts, them
the spermaceti or whatever.
The spermaceti, the climbing into the whales. Yeah. There's like a scene I think where somebody accidentally falls into a whale as they're gutting it, and like it describes the guy like climbing out or like dying inside the whale. But what surprised me is there's actually multiple different versions of like Moby Dick. That might not surprise you, but some of the versions cut out like a lot of the encyclopedic parts. Yeah. Because there's a lot of encyclopedic parts in that book, as you know, that are just like, you know, here's the history of whaling. Here's like 200 pages on the fucking history of whaling. Yeah. Here's like a bunch of whale facts that aren't necessarily relevant, or like here's exactly how we got the whale. And it's like, I think a lot of versions cut that out, and they end up cutting the actual novel in like half, and just tell the main story.
What's kind of enigmatic about the book is that I'm pretty sure Melville was a whaler. I think he's got a head experience, right? And so like, there's a good chance that book was just this old man just like wanting to write about whales, right?
There's definitely some of that. It felt like a lot of like some of the stuff that we write almost when I was reading it. Like this guy likes whales. He wants to tell a story about whales, but he also just wants to like go on and on about whales.
And he wants to talk about life too, though, at the same time.
Yeah, he wants to make it meaningful, right? I read that Herman Melville like ended up being a whaler, not because he wanted to, but because he had to financially or something, and like he ended up hating it, and he like. And he like got off whatever whaling boat he was on early because of how like terrible the life was. But he learned most everything from Moby Dick, you know, from his experience doing that. And he saw it as like incredibly dark and like a sad like, you know, existence. But also like very, I don't know, telling of just existence.
Wasn't only a metaphor for how we live our lives anyway, right? Yeah. Men and women, like humans, we we want to do stuff like whaling, right? We want to get out there and make meaning, you know? But really all we're doing is we're just fighting this nature that we don't understand, and that is stronger than us, does not care about us, and we will become part of again one day, you know? Just like how the book ends, right? Like, the seas roll on like they have for thousands of years, right? Like, one day we're gonna die and these games and everything will go away, but
I think the added context that we're reading it in like the 21st century when like whaling is like no longer a thing, right? Because it's been replaced by better methods of powering shit, obviously. You don't need spermaceti like you were saying. It gives it an added kind of bonus of like Ahab and his whole crew sacrificed so much for this dumbass whaling pursuit. And then like 100 years from then, like it was just totally irrelevant. Like it was just, I guess at the time it was necessary or whatever.
Well, there's industries like that today. Not as many, not as wild as that, but you got people in like coal mines and stuff, right? You got people doing some of the hard labor. You got people out on oil rigs. You've seen some of that shit, right? Like that. Like there are people out there doing that kind of thing. I mean, I don't know, one of the things I remember the most from the book, it's been a couple years since I read it, but just really being impressed with, I would not want to read one without the whale facts, because the whale facts, thinking this shit was real and happened. Can you imagine being on a little boat like that? They would get on these little boats, right? Like outside of the big boat, and then they would harpoon it.
They would chase the whale and harpoon it.
And they call it the Nantucket sleigh ride, because that whale would pull your ass, right? And you'd have these harpoons, and they would go out there like away from the big boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean in the middle of the 19th century. The balls on those people, you know. I'm surprised that he wanted to make a book about human nature at all, because really there's a lot to say just about whaling, you know? Like, whaling is... I would go whaling. I think it's a terrible thing to do, but I would probably hop on a whaling boat.
You think so?
I would like to experience like 30 minutes on one. Yeah. I'd like to see what's going on. That's hardcore, dude.
It is. That's how Ahab lost his like leg or whatever. I think was the
Moby Dick took it.
The Nantucket sleigh ride or whatever.
Yeah, it got hooked in the ropes. Yeah. But it was Moby Dick, I think, pulling it, right?
It was Moby Dick. I mean, that's why he gets the revenge in the monomania, which is another topic of the novel. Like,
I love monomania.
Monomania, yeah. It says so much. Like, people get obsessed over certain things, and like they sacrifice so much to attain something or for some goal that ends up either killing them or being meaningless in the long run.
Yeah.
It's like we had our last video on like Great Gatsby, and there's a lot. There's very similarities. Like a lot of like great novels deal with the same kind of thing. Like I've noticed. Like Great Gatsby deals with getting what's her name? Daisy Buchanan. Like, you know, idolizing her, like being monomaniacally obsessed with her. Gatsby is his whole life, and he eventually gets her, and it's like not as great as he thinks it is, and it ends up killing him. And then this one, you know, Ahab. Moby, the musician, also Billy Corgan, and
can you grab in this?
Yeah.
Let's grab. R.
Yeah. Ahab chases after Moby Dick, right? Who one is a fucking whale that doesn't give a shit, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much just psychotic obsession. And it ends up killing him and killing everybody involved.
Everybody on that boat, right?
Everyone involved. Yes. Except like 2 people. I actually don't remember if Queequeg survives.
No, I think it's just Ahab.
It might just be Ishmael.
I think it's just Ishmael, yeah. What about this? Here's one weird part of the book that I never digested, and I know it's really symbolic. But like the boat, when they're chasing Moby, they pass like I think like 7 other boats, and they have these little minor moments with each boat. And I know, like, I mean, when I was reading it, I was like, if I was gonna write a paper, I would try to look at these boats.
Are you thinking about the one where he goes by the other boat and they're like he talks about Moby Dick, and he's like, I'm looking for Moby Dick, I'm gonna get him, and I think the other guy's just like, you just can't do that.
Yeah,
you know, he's like, you can't be obsessed like this, dude. Like, you're fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's
and they have like, no,
as they come by, right? Yeah. And they're always going the other direction. They're always like coming back, you know. And he's, have you seen the white whale?
And one of them is like literally like, dude, I think I saw the white whale, but like, why do you want him? And he's like, I want to kill the white whale. He took my leg, and he's like, dude, you can't live your life like that. Like, you have to move on.
They're trying to make money.
And they have just like, no, you know. Also, the conflict with Starbuck, who is like what, the first mate or something.
Yeah.
Who like almost has a mutiny against Ahab because he thinks that Ahab is leading them all to their deaths.
Yeah, he is.
And he is. He eventually like I guess caves into Ahab's will, but like he was right all along. I don't know. Was that the boat ride you were or the boat encounter you were?
Yeah, but I think there's several of them, and I feel like they probably work together. To compound on that, but yeah, those kind of moments, right? There were several boats that he passed with, and there one I feel like he got on board or something.
I think it was that one where he got on board. Because I think in that one, it's been a while, so I don't remember super correctly, but I think in that one, the captain of the other boat also is like missing a leg or an arm or something.
Yeah,
and like he doesn't seem to give a shit as much as Ahab does about it, because he's obviously not dwelled on it or like not become obsessed with getting revenge.
It's what happens when you fight a whale,
right?
Yeah. You lose an arm. Ahab's not the first dude to lose a leg to a whale. I'm sure, and Ahab has the gall to take it personally, right?
Against a whale, yes. I think the monomania bit's really interesting, and I think I've won all these, by the way. So
you have.
So
I'm not good at.
If anyone's keeping on computer game records of who's the better,
I'm not trying.
Computer gamer.
I'm trying.
It's obviously me.
It's because the N64 is not.
This is the real N64 that we're playing. See.
How do you hold? Okay, so for our young viewers, look, this thing has three.
For our young viewers, all of our 12-year-old viewers.
And so I learned growing up in the actual 90s, you grip the middle, you grip the middle. I leave this boy here, I don't touch him, which makes it hard to touch this, right?
Yeah.
So I hold...
I mean, not many games actually use this. There are very few games that use... I'm pretty sure, like Ocarina of Time doesn't even use these buttons for anything.
I don't think so. Because there's three handles, and you have two hands.
And this handle right here, for all of our young gamers who might have grown up with the Wii as their first console, this thing right here, this middle one, this is just a Wiimote.
This is the Wiimote.
The nunchuck.
That's true.
Like if you cut this out, it is literally just a fucking nunchuck. But I love the the trigger back here. It feels great.
Yeah.
But I think the proper way to hold it. I mean, there's no proper way to do anything.
No, I think they designed it.
But if you hold it like this.
I feel like I can see their design, philosophy. What I think they were thinking that for some games, with joystick games, which are just becoming popular, they're like, you're going to hold it in the middle, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But because platformers were still a thing, right, maybe this way for platformers. So they've offered you two grips depending on the game. Gaming was young, right? 3D gaming was in its infancy, right? So...
they're actually doing you a big favor with this.
You get things like three
it's actually revolutionary.
It's not good.
It's revolutionary because you're right. You can use it as a platformer controller.
Or if you want to play
this,
GoldenEye or something.
Yeah. So you got your buttons over here, and this is like a NES controller now,
Yeah, so that's what I think they were thinking. It's like a NES controller now, right? It's like a Super Nintendo controller with the triggers. I'm going to go with Big Yosh.
Alright, you can go with Big Yosh.
The big thing is, why does this game only have 10 characters? And that's all. You can't unlock anymore, I don't think, right?
I think I haven't unlocked all of them. I think there's one more. There's Captain Falcon.
Well, Zelda. Is Zelda in this?
Zelda's not in this.
No Zelda.
There's Captain Falcon is one of them, and then another one is fuck.
There definitely is a couple more.
I think there's only two more. One of them's Captain Falcon, and the other one is
Luigi? Luigi's on this game.
It is Luigi, I think, actually. Yeah.
I think it is Luigi, yeah.
Which is terrible. They should have picked a different character to put in their game, And
Nintendo is still pretty epic at this point.
They had a big library to draw from, I think. But they didn't, for some reason.
They did put Luigi.
Another part of Moby Dick that a lot of people bring up in hindsight as a criticism is there's this one character who's like a black slave kind of guy. You know what I'm talking about?
I feel like
Like he speaks like in an era accurate
Yes.
Is he
the one that gets drunk?
He gets drunk and everybody makes fun of him and he speaks in an era accurate kind of black slang that I don't know the name of. But I mean some people take it as very offensive. But I mean, if we could get into that, I don't have a specific example, but I'm sure I can pull it up.
It's just a different time, and I think
it's also a different time. But it's also at that time that is how like black African Americans spoke. Right?
Yeah, I don't think
he's just like displaying like the reality of the time. Like, I don't think you can read malice or anything into his
and that character I don't think is used to make the reader laugh. I don't think, right? I don't think
the scene is like specifically about him being like a dumbass, and like it's a funny scene if I remember correctly. He like gets drunk and does some stupid things at night. Whoa! Get yo-yo.
Can you charge in this?
Nope.
Okay. I've been trying.
Oh, spiked.
No.
Oh, if I would have made that, that would have been an epic
really
computer games moment. But a lot of these books deal with, like, a lot of these great novels deal with the same shit, like the monomania shit. Great Gatsby deals with it. Moby Dick deals with it. Like being obsessed with something, getting it, and it not being great, or it killing you. Infinite Jest does it, like, excessively, and we talked about this in the last video as well. With, James and Condenza, who pretty much... everything he wants to do, he succeeds at and excels at, but he still feels unfulfilled and ends up sticking his head in a microwave somehow and killing himself. So it calls into question, like, really, what is the meaning of, like, not about the meaning of life, that's like a very existential question, I guess, but, like, if having a dream and a goal and then attaining it doesn't give you some sort of fulfillment, like, what in life gives you fulfillment? What is it about life that gives you fulfillment, and, like, what should we be focused on? I think you and I both agree that it's everything's a Zen approach, and that you shouldn't have, any sort of...
You can't attain anything.
You can't attain anything, and the
right?
whole premise of it is flawed from the get-go. It's based on, attachment, it's based on desire to want things, possessing things, etc., which always comes from a place of negativity, so of course you're never going to feel fulfilled when you get it. One of the quotes from David Foster Wallace in one of his, actually it's in that movie with that one guy who plays David Foster Wallace, I can't remember, but it's also in the book that the movie's based on. David Foster Wallace is, I don't know if this is relevant to what we're talking about, but David Foster Wallace is talking about how when he was a unpublished writer trying to make it, he would look at published work and tell himself, like, this shit's garbage. That's why it's popular. People are stupid and they like this. That's why it's good. My stuff is like really good, and that's why it doesn't like jive with people, you know, and that's why it doesn't get published, because like I'm just like on a different wavelength than people. But then when he gets published and his book is now being considered like the greatest novel of like the world, he's got to like contend with the fact that like his previous self before this happened just said that like basically any published book like this is just fluff or garbage or intellectually worthless, right? And I think he, I don't remember what he says. You're part of the corporate publishing nexus now, and how do you deal with that? Yeah. Right. So it's like a level of fulfillment, like, because his whole goal was to get published, obviously. Yeah. Right. And he told himself that he wasn't published because he was such a great writer, and that was a coping mechanism. But when he did get published, he had to deal with this cognitive dissonance now of like the two conflicting viewpoints that he had, or the old one and the new one. So that's another level of fulfillment. Like, you'd think he'd be fulfilled, but he's got all this like psychic angst that's preventing it. Yeah. What do you think would happen, like, hypothetically, if Ahab killed Moby Dick and survived and made it to the mainland?
He would kill
himself.
Lived
out the rest of his life.
He would kill himself.
Why do you think?
Because he's got nothing to live for. Like I mean, that's one of the things. Like you almost like your existence is tied to that struggle. I mean, that's the reason why it's saying you shouldn't have that struggle. Because then, I mean, for him to kill, I think that'd be the worst thing to happen to Ahab. I think would be to.
It's like his purpose is like chasing Moby Dick almost,
Ahab
or revenge.
He's gonna kill Ahab and then go back to the mainland or he's gonna kill Moby Dick and go back to the mainland and just like get a wife and kids. Ahab, right? Ahab. Something happened to that man, right? Like, in the moment, in the trauma of losing his leg, he forgot what he was doing, which was whaling, right? You're whaling. You're going to lose your leg. Now you're getting mad. It's almost like with my son, right? It's like I can get mad at my son for doing something. This is occurring to me right now. And it's like, I can get really mad and upset and have this power struggle, but it's like, I can't figure what I'm doing. Of course he's pooping his pants. He's 4. I'm parenting, right? Like, I can't forget what I'm doing. And Ahab, like, took that shit personally. It's like, dude, you're chucking spears.
Yeah, that's a good analogy, because, like, your son is 4, my son is, basically 3, and it's like when they shit, like, the bed. Like, you get mad at him, maybe, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't, but you might get mad at him. But imagine getting so mad at him that, like, you just have, like, you're out for revenge, like, for, like, the rest of the year about it.
Yeah.
Without realizing that this is a fucking 4-year-old.
Yeah,
they're gonna fucking shit the bed, right?
Like, after a year being like, you shit the bed last year, so I'm going to punish you today. Like, Moby Dick doesn't understand. You got to have an immediate consequence, right? Like, you should have killed him that day, Ahab, and you didn't.
Yeah, it's worse for him, too, because it's like, he actually caused his own suffering by even hunting Moby Dick to begin with. He's trying to kill this whale.
He went somewhere he didn't
violently
belong, right?
Yeah, he didn't belong there. Exactly. Like, dude, you're not supposed to be here. You're trying to kill this whale. You're doing the Nantucket whatever, and you're stabbing it with harpoons constantly and climbing on its back and trying to freaking gouge its eyes out and shit. Like, and you don't think it's gonna fight back?
Yeah. And think about this. This is another connection I made. Like, so they're doing it for the spermaceti, right? They're doing it for the oil.
There's other pieces that they use too, but yeah, pretty much.
And so that's another thing too. We're going out into this wild unknown to look for oil, which is a big, like, that's a big, I feel like, symbol of man, like, encroaching into spaces he does not belong, right? Like, we don't need the technological revolution, right? The industrial revolution.
Yeah. Although we did get N64 out of it.
Yeah, but I'm losing, so I'm not having a lot of fun.
I'm not either. This game's not that fun.
It'd probably be better if you had a better opponent. I'm not used to, I'm trying to play like this is Ultimate, and it's just not.
Right. I'll let you get the Hammer Bros hammer. Oh, my bad. I hit the wrong button.
Just out. Just, like, gone.
Yeah, but to your point, like, he shouldn't have been there, like...
Shouldn't have been there,
It's almost like a crime against nature, and this is his punishment. And it's almost like a reflection of what we're doing to the world today. Like, we're doing so much shit that I think that we just shouldn't even have our hands in.
Yeah.
Like, drilling the entire planet for this insane amount of oil, right? Like, to power our cars that take us away from our families and take us apart, and, like... Because it's better for commerce, it's better for, like, moving one thing to another. It's better for getting our Amazon packages, but, like, there was a world in which, like, nobody gave a shit about this.
No.
Like, and it didn't really impact overall happiness or well-being for people because they didn't know any better, right? And it's like, but we've created this system now where we have to basically rape the earth, and, like, we will get our reckoning.
Yeah, we will.
We will.
Yeah.
Like, we're all
gonna die.
We are all
eventually.
part of this. We're all little Ahabs in the grand scheme of things, maybe.
No, and I think so. And I think in the same way that at the end of Moby Dick, that boat sinks into that ancient water. I mean, there is a time in the far future where the Earth itself, right, as the human ship, will, like, crumble into the blackness of infinite space, right? Like, it's going to.
Yes.
So Ahab needed to calm down, right? What's the prescription? Stop wailing, right? Just find a different. But we get so. But what else?
Honest work.
What could Ahab do though? Really, I feel like all he can do is wail. That's.
What people should do, and what, like, everybody should have done. Like, everybody should do this. Not anymore, obviously, because we're way too far gone. We're totally fucked. We're cooked. We're cooked, fam.
Yes.
But like, if everybody should just be farmers and live off the land. Like, they should fish and grow crops. And livestock, and they should live off the land. That's how it should go. Yeah. And their fun should be like, oh, I'm drinking, like, I don't know, whiskey that I made, after a good day's farming, I'm playing with my horses after a good day's farming, That's what it should be.
Yeah, that's what it should be.
We should, be on big tracts of land. Living one with nature is really what it should be. I think.
I'll take you one for.
And I realize that seems really stupid for me to say, considering I'm sitting here in this like office that is very technologically advanced and shit. But like again, like I said, I'm cooked. I'm cooked, fam. I'm fucked. Like I'm totally fucked. Like I try to do better. I can't. I can't do better. Okay, I can't do better. I try all the time. You know, I look at things where like, oh yeah, this is what I could do to do better. Like Zen Buddhism is how you could do better. I'm not great at it. You know.
Real practice though, right? We're still novices, right? We're still novices about it. We don't have masters. We're in America, which is like the least, like the worst place on earth probably to try to like learn like Buddhism.
It is, yeah.
It's like, how the hell, right? Are you supposed to? You gotta go to a place where like, dude, next time you gotta come out. You gotta bring Arthur down to my house because we gotta go to the White Sands Buddhist monastery. I sent you those pictures, right?
Yeah.
You fucking love it.
Yeah, we should definitely go down there. Ooh.
And it's not that far from my house. It's like 15 minutes from my house, 20 minutes. It's not far. I went one time. Gabriella took me. That's why I really fucked up with the woman. No, I don't want to go into that.
I mean, we could go into that.
I don't want to go too far into that.
Whatever happened with you and Gabriella?
I stopped talking to her.
Like, just
I
cut her off?
I did the ghost. I kind of want to talk to her again, but it's like she's so like likes me too much and is too
And
needy.
she's married.
Yeah, and so and if we were to become friends again, I don't want to do that stuff anymore. So, and I don't have any willpower, so I probably would do that stuff, and I don't want to do that stuff. I want to do good, clean fun.
Good, clean fun with this girl who's obsessed with Labubu's and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And, I mean,
but
is she able to carry a conversation?
She's actually really smart and really maybe not like, I don't think really smart. She's kind of average, but she's got a good brain on her. And there's actually some really cool. I do like her as a person for the most part, but she's it was just too too time consuming, and there was like this like ethical part of it that was like not sitting right with me, and I would love to be her friend, but I don't have time to be her friend, so sometimes I think about texting her or something. She texted me like a month ago and was like. She's like, hey, I just really want to talk to you. She's like, I don't want to like be overbearing. I don't want to like scare you off. But it's like I just miss talking to you. And yeah, man, I had a lot of fun talking to her. Anyway, about her that I love is like she loves me so much, and it's like, fuck. That's great ego boost. Someone that loves me so much, they want to just talk to me and listen to me talk. It was great, but it was not good for me. Ultimately, it was not a good situation for me. So.
There's that Smith's line where it's like I was looking for a job and then I found a job and heaven knows I'm miserable.
And heaven knows I'm miserable now.
Heaven knows I'm miserable now. You know, when you don't have like a significant other or a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, like you have this pining for one, and then like I don't know about you, but this is how it happens to me every fucking time. And I'm married and I feel this constantly. Me and my wife now do our own thing. Kind of, we're at that point. We're almost 10 years actually.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Almost.
10 years married.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
This is 8 years married we've been, according to my ring here. So we kind of do our own thing.
It says 8 on there?
It has the date of when we got married.
Oh, what date? I don't know the date of your marriage. Why are you looking? You should know it by heart. What the fuck? Are you looking at the fucking...
8/4/18?
You really didn't know that?
I knew it was around there. I didn't know the exact date.
You don't know your anniversary?
I don't know numbers, dude. I got dyscalculia. I got all sorts of excuses.
You know your birthday? Because you get
I'm full of
presents on
excuses. I do know my birthday, okay, asshole? I also don't talk about my birthday or even celebrate it.
That's true, and I almost always, like, one thing about me that I like is, I don't like much about myself, but I'm really good at remembering your birthday, and this year I forgot. I'm so sorry. It was your birthday.
Just because I don't talk about it.
No, you don't, but I like people. But that's why I like that I remember it, because you don't talk about it, and I still know it's February 19th. Like, I still know that. You might have to cut that so people don't dox you, right? Because that is through your birthday. But I forgot it this year, man. I had a hard February, man. The next thing I knew was March, and I was like, "Fuck, I forgot old man's birthday."
No, it's fine. But I was saying like that Smith quote is like when you don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, and then you find one. When I was like that, whenever I got the girlfriend or boyfriend, I was always like, "Fuck this!" Like I want to play my games.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe for like a month or like 2 months, it was like a great honeymoon period, but it always wore off for me. I'm a very selfish, greedy asshole person. When you really get down to it, I mean,
I think I start to like I'm at the point where they don't know this, but I mean I'm a single dad. I have a single dad and my son, and I get lonely sometimes. But I really am starting to love. I do love like being able to do whatever I want to, whenever I want to, and being in charge. And like, and then if I see a cute girl, there's always like this cool mystery of like maybe if we're married.
There's a possibility.
Yeah, and it's like when you have a girlfriend or a wife, it's like there's no possibility, and that's fine because you love your wife or whatever, right? But it's like,
and there's like a feeling of guilt every time that you think about it.
Of course, yeah.
That doesn't exist when you're not married.
But the real talk, I guess, for me, because I kind of want to start dating. But I haven't really tried. But it's like my son one day is going to be gone. And my son, like the option, if I don't find a girl that I like, I might really just join. I might just go join a monastery. That might be the thing. And once I do my job and raise my son,
yeah, I mean that would be nice.
Because I don't want. My son's gonna grow up and not really want to be up his dad's ass all the time, you know. And like that's kind of what helps me get along. Is that I have my son, so I'm not so lonely. But when he moves up. Or even when he becomes 12, right, or 13 and wants to be with his friends and doesn't want to hang out with dad, it's like I kind of do want some kind of like partner, you know. But that being said, like most people don't know what love is, so like the dating scene is like
what is
I'm not
love
having any
according
luck.
to you?
What?
What is love according to you?
Love is when you would die for a person.
Love is when you would die for a person. Okay.
No, it's something to do with selflessness.
I'm listening. I'm just putting timeline entries because I don't want to have to do it later.
No, I'm taking this moment to give you a hook shot.
Yeah, do whatever you want to my body. What are we talking about? Moby Dick? Keep going about your love. When you die for a person, that's your definition?
No, I don't know what it is. That's probably where the trouble is, right? I really don't know what love is. So really, being single now, I'm trying to approach love and girls with like this kind of curious relaxation, right? Because like before, when I was dating girls in my early 20s, because I dated a girl for 12 years, had a baby with her, and then she left me high and dry, right? And
don't leave me high.
And so
then I beat her ass. I'm just kidding. Go
no,
ahead.
I didn't beat her that not hard enough. She still left. So fucked up.
Go on.
Well, there's a level, right, where you can hit them hard enough they ain't going nowhere. Don't worry if you find their ass, right? Like, don't.
I mean, yeah, if you break their legs, and, like, if you break somebody's legs, they're not going anywhere, right? Yeah, I mean, I follow you. I don't know if our viewers will. All zero of them.
So, like, in my early 20s, I would just, like, I'd want to impress a girl. I just want to get the hot girl and impress the girl. And I never learned, unfortunately, to, like, try to figure out, like, what love is and, like, how to really have fun with a person, right? So all my girlfriends have, like, never really been good matches for me. So I'm trying with this next time to not do that again. Because I'm feeling the tendency, this is not right. How do I get out of that?
You know what I think love is? I think love is truly accepting a person for who they are, regardless of their flaws, and then maybe dying for them. I found that, I don't want to get into my marriage or anything, and let's just say it's a hypothetical scenario. I have seen relationships in which the wife will be like, or the husband for the wife will be like, you know, I can't stand that you do this, 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 and this, and you need to change, right? Mm-hmm. I think there's different levels of relationships, and I don't think love comes into it until you're at the very last level. And the very last level is like, my husband is a dipshit idiot, but like, I love him.
Yeah.
You know? Man. And I accept his flaws, and I work around them, just as he works around my own personality flaws. Yeah. Like, this idea that you can change people is totally baseless. You can't. Maybe you can in very rare situations, but change comes from fucking within the person.
Yeah.
From me, the only person who's going to change me is me.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot change me. If my wife is watching this, you can't do it. I will change if I want to change, and I have sometimes based on your input, but it wasn't because you told me to.
No.
It was because you might have made a good argument that appealed to, you know, my sensibilities, so I changed, right? Or I changed my behavior. But like, change comes from within, and if you can't accept somebody because, like, you know, they do certain things that annoy you and you want them to change those behaviors, then like, you need to get into a different fucking relationship. Yeah. Like, period. Yeah. Like, that's what I think. Yeah. And maybe dying for them as well. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna say this. I would die for my son and Abby probably, just out of principle. I don't know if it's love, but
yeah, out of principle, yeah. No, I think it's part of it, right? Because the reason I would die for my son is because like I think there's some kind of selflessness there, right? It's like look, my life, like your life needs to go on longer, and I've had mine. And I'm gonna sacrifice mine to give. One thing I've learned with my son, dude, that is really making me a slightly better person. That I'm not really great at because I'm kind of selfish.
I'm listening. Sorry, my
it's
wife,
like
speaking of which, just sent me a text.
Sometimes, like I've got like 2 chicken nuggets left, and my son already ate his food, and he wants one of my chicken nuggets. And I'm a selfish guy. I bought 10 chicken nuggets for myself, right? And like normally I'd be like, nah, you had yours, right? I'm eating these chicken nuggets. Like to my friends, I would say that. To my wife, I would say that. If I had a wife or girlfriend, I'd be like, you had your fucking chicken nuggets, right? Give me my chicken
these are my damn nugs.
Right, these are my nugs. But for my son, right? And what I think that it's love is like my son, and it still took a little bit of work, but it was like, you know what, buddy? You can have all the nuggets. Yeah. And if I'm a little hungry, I'll deal with that. Right?
I've done that with my son too. Not to make this a competition.
No,
but I did that like naturally, and I noticed that not a few months ago. I noticed that I was just willing to give him things that like other people I was not willing.
I would not do that
because I would just be like, "Fuck that! I'm not giving you that." Yeah. But with him, I'm just like, "Oh, you want half of my food because like you like dropped yours?
Yeah, you can have
Here you go. I don't care.
Whatever you need."
In other situations, I would be way more selfish. There's something about I don't know. Having children that changes. I don't know if it changes you or unlocks something that's inside of you that is not unlocked until you have a child. Which sounds really like I have a child because I'm better than you. But like I'm sorry,
you're not better. But it's like you don't understand things about children in life until you have children. Children will teach you something, right? They will.
Yeah.
Was it David Fox said it? He said it in it's the main line. It's the killer line from Incarnations of Burned Children. He's like, if you want to cry or whatever and can't, have a child. Right? If you want to feel something that you never felt before and can't.
Yeah. That's a great line, actually, and I remember that line. And it is from Incantations of Burning Children, I think. Mm-hmm. And it's a great line because it's intuitively true.
And I think people without kids get mad at that because they don't want to hear, like, oh, I can't feel something. And it's not about exclusivity. It's just saying, look, having a child, there's something you can learn about human beings, right?
Yeah, and it's almost like a level of, like, I don't know, pathos. I don't know if pathos is the right word, but, like, preciousness that you don't think about before you had a child.
No, you don't.
And it's almost like a detriment sometimes because like sometimes now I can't watch like movies or TV shows where like a children like gets like blatantly killed or something.
Sure,
and I'm just like I can't do it. Whereas before I could like laugh at like dead baby jokes, and I probably still can now because they're so fucking stupid and ridiculous. But there are some serious there are some jokes and some scenarios that I've seen where I'm just like I can't do this. Like it just like conjures up images of like my son getting hurt in my head and like how precious he is, and I'm just like
think about something that depends on you and that loves you and sees you like and think about them. Or like let's say here's something that I can't handle after having a kid. It's like before having a kid, like reading stories about people that abuse their children or pedophiles or people that like neglect.
Exactly,
like it kind of is the same old just terrible shit, right? All of it. But now that I've had a kid, imagining someone that has a kid and then like neglecting that child or like abusing it, like
you start to see people as like almost like monstrous, like somebody like that. Especially if they had a kid, so like they have a kid and they abuse their own kid, like there's something like just I don't know, just terribly wrong with you. Yeah. Like you are broken at even like let's say like we're a strict evolutionary like people who think that we are all based on evolutionary biology and urges. Like there's something literally broken inside of you because you are doing something that is against almost biology. Yeah. Which is like you are abusing your own child and hurting your own child.
It's crazy.
Which goes against literally like just the basics of evolutionary like theory, and at least for humans and a lot of other animals. I know some animals like eat their kids and shit, but and I'm drinking a little bit, so I could be saying the wrong thing. But I think if you hurt your kid, like. And I'm not talking like
like spankings or even yelling.
I'm talking about like real
neglect
deep
and abuse.
Yeah.
People like molestation in a room shit like that. And like they don't clean their clothes and don't make sure they're like healthy.
Yeah, stuff like that. And you get into these weird spaces too. There's somebody in my neighborhood who Arthur hangs out with sometimes. Not much anymore, but their house, they've got like 3 kids. Their house is just a pigsty. It's like a hoarder's pigsty, and like, sorry, it's nasty in there, you know. And it's almost like Veronica or my wife doesn't want Arthur to even go over there because she thinks that like basically what they're doing to their own children is tantamount to like serious abuse. And like I agree with her almost.
Yeah.
Like
no, I can see. Like,
yeah. Like, your house is a pigsty, it's nasty, you have food in the crevices of, like, every door, and, like, you know, there's, like, poopy diapers on the floor. It's like, oh, we work 2 jobs, and we have 3 kids, so, like, we don't have time.
2 people and 3 kids, you can't make
don't have kids then, idiot.
Yeah.
Like,
clean the poop up. What are you doing? Oh, that was actually that was the best thing I did all night, man.
That was pretty cool. I got greedy too. I could have just let you die, but I just jumped down there because it's just full of, you know, greed. Alright, after this round, we should take a break. I think we've touched on Moby Dick. We've touched on relationships and love. Yeah. Monomania. Then we can go on to the next topic.
I made a joke right after I read Moby Dick. I made a funny joke with Sarah. She thought it was really funny. I was like, I went to pick Thorny up from her house, and he was like doing his ABCs, and I was like, Thorny's like fucking Captain Ahab, man, with these ABCs, right? He's like fucking monomania about like the white whale. I do think one thing I was gonna say about Moby Dick, if the viewers don't know, I'm pretty sure Moby Dick is where we get the phrase "There she blows," because he does say it in there, and I think that's where it comes from.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually. There she blows.
Maybe it was something they said back then, but
there she blows. Probably was something they said.
There she fitted the blowhole. Alright,
we're going to pause the recording and we'll be back. Thank you for your time. To viewers, no time will pass for you at all.
Solar flare.
Be in a Alright, we're back. We're back.
Did you do the solar flare?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
I think about switching the games up. Let's see what other games I got. Again, this is not an emulator.
It's not an emulator. We got the carts.
We have the real carts here. We're not playing any emulators.
We have like $700 worth of carts.
Controllers. We have a whole setup over here that we're recording this on.
I do like that you chose this jungle green. I do have an actual jungle green in 64. You've seen it.
Yeah.
I got it from
Bomberman 64.
That game. Lindsay Crumley, 11th grade. Lindsay Crumley found it in jungle green in 64 in her attic or somewhere at her house, and she gave it to me for free. This would have been 2008, dude. We had just become friends. Almost 20 years ago. It's 2026 right now. 2008, I was gifted. And it was retro then. Did you do a Bomberman?
Yeah, dude, Bomberman is a classic, right?
What about Wave? Can we also do Wave? Was it Wave Runner 64? Wave Race 64? Does that have a 2-player? Dude, that game had the water physics on that? Dude.
I am not downloading the ROM or anything right now. Okay?
Can you Amazon Wave? I think it's called Wave. Is it called Wave?
Duck Station?
Is it called Wave Race 64? Wave Runner. It's Wave Runner 64.
I don't know where to put the ROM. If I had ROMs, I don't know where to put them. ROM browser. Again, I have the cartridges, all of these.
Just load it.
Directories. What is this? Just load it.
Man. This is a game I like really wanted. I didn't have it in 64. I really wanted it because I thought Bomberman looked so cool as a kid. I remember seeing the commercials for this game. And I played it at a friend's house and I hated it. I was like, this game's not fun.
Really?
Because it's like I was expecting it to be like Mario, but with Bomberman.
But it's more just like, oh, this is a Bomberman game.
I'm just planting bombs on squares, I think.
Yeah, but there's like a high level of, tactics involved in putting
I was 7.
bombs down.
I wanted to get the wing cap.
The wing cap. Everybody wants the wing cap.
This me right here. Was this me?
Yes. Yeah. Everybody wants the wing cap.
So what's up with Yaiba?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that game. I don't know.
You know what I want to read? I kind of want to read Dragon Ball Z.
You should.
Yeah, I kind of want to buy like one of the one of those like $100 purchases we were talking about, right? I kind of want to buy the box set of the Star Wars Dragon Ball and read all of it. I definitely want to read like some of the granola stuff. I can do that online. I don't want to get it.
All right, Bomberman 64. I booted up the put the cartridge in the N64 and all that shit. So.
Ooh, this is Kino, dude.
This is Kino shit. Yeah.
Kino shit. Look at
that.
that.
As I say, bass, as they say.
You know what? I trash talked N64, but rezzed up like this, it kind of looks nice.
Oh yeah, there's like a classic aesthetic here.
But if I plug up the N64 to this, even to your CRT, it would not look like that.
It wouldn't.
I don't think so. Look how clear they look.
This is a real N64. Please stop. Please. Team battle or single battle?
I don't know. Probably team. How do you play two people?
I want to be black.
Okay. How do we know who is?
Stop messing with it.
I'm not touching.
I don't know. I think you're black. I'm white. Are you good? Can you play?
Yeah, but what do I do?
You put bombs around. You try to bomb the other Bomberman.
Oh, you're fighting?
Is it plural? Is Bomberman plural?
Bomberman.
Bomberman.
Yeah, you're Bomberman. Well,
you can kick the bombs. You can get power ups. Oh no.
You can throw them well. Alright, so
You got him.
I'm out.
I don't know what happened. Like I'm not controlling my guy anymore.
I'm like green man. How do you kick? Z? Do something.
Yeah, if you put a bomb, you're dead. You're dead now by then.
Oh, but I can move around.
Are you blue?
I'm green.
No, I won that one.
You were classic white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next topic is parenting. Sam Harris, famed philosopher and intellectual of our day, he says that parenting does not produce any real significant impact on a child's outcomes. This is a flippant comment he made based on studies. He said studies that he's read, scientific studies, and he's more learned than I am, so I'm just going to assume, let's just assume that he might be right, is that the parenting that you do on a child doesn't really have that much impact on how they end up in life, their personality, their characteristics, etc. He says it's mostly genes and circumstances. So if your child is born into a world, into bad circumstances, like you're incredibly poor, you're starving, that's going to have an effect. But if they're born into like a normal, middle-class family in America, the parenting that you do at that point has minimal impact in terms of like, being super supportive or unsupportive. He does caveat this by saying that abuse, abusing your child physically, obviously does have impacts, etc. So what do you think about that, Pablo? Do you agree with that? Do you disagree with that? We brought this up because we've been talking about it since you've been here.
I think if the angle is don't overparent, right, and know that like your kids' failures are not a reflection on you, like ultimately, and nor are your kids' successes. I think that could be a valuable lesson for parents. But I think really what it's doing is just opening up the discussion, right? Which is like so how do you parent? It's not don't worry about it, you know. So I don't know. I think it's helpful. It's helpful to know that your kids aren't your whole responsibility. I think about sometimes like when I
think that's true, but like you brought up this point, you were like when you're hanging out with your son, you might say something and your son just immediately repeats what you say. Mm-hmm. So like that's a very that's like a small example of just your child being immediately influenced by you right there in terms of the language that they use and how they talk.
Yeah.
My son, I can tell he picks up my mannerisms, he acts like me in certain ways, and he copies me in many ways. So is Sam Harris saying that, like, even if I wasn't around, he would still end up... Maybe he would say all that stuff is just superfluous, like...
What does he even mean by... we have to find the terms, I guess. What does he mean by, like, ends up about the same? Because, like, if you were not in your son's life at all, your son would be very different. I just think that's a matter of fact. I don't know what Harris's point really is.
Is he making like a temporal argument, like a linear space-time argument? It's just like my son is always going to be my son. So like your hypothetical would never even happen, right? First of all, like he would always be my son because that's how the universe is played out.
Right.
There really is no other option there. Like, you know, when you think about it. Yeah. Like, hypothetically, we could make the argument, and you would be right, I think, my son would be different, but that's just not how it happened, or not how it's going to be. But that also is saying that, like, I don't know. That also seems to imply that, yeah, it does have something to do with me being there.
I think it absolutely does. I mean, your kids are going to come out... I mean, parents have an effect. I don't think it's his argument, though. It's like, no, that parents don't have an effect, but parents are going to have an effect. God, that blue guy, man, he's been doing some combos on me.
Yeah, he's going nuts.
Yeah, he just comboed the shit out of me, man. Blue needs to chill. Is that you? Or you blue? You're white.
I'm white. Yeah. Blue's winning like a lot of badges.
Blue is like... He literally like seamlessly like knocked my ass down and then kicked a bomb at me, right? And I just... Fuck him. This guy...
So yeah, I think the thing is kind of ridiculous, actually. Like when you think about it, I don't know why you even say. I don't even why you would even say it.
Like I don't know.
And it seems such bullshit. Like how can you do a study on it? First of all,
yeah,
like how would you even do a study on that? Like
where's your control group?
What is your fucking control? Like your own son who is from another universe who wasn't raised by you,
right? Like
Is that the other like group? It's like like a scientific study to prove this out would have to take my son. And then another version of my son who was not raised by me, and then try to determine if there was any difference. And there's never going to be an example like that to do a true comparison.
And I've seen. Look, I have a lot of data because of my job. I see a lot of children and their parents, and like I'll tell you, a lot of the shit kids have shit parents, and a lot of the good kids have good parents. So. You do see kids occasionally. I'll get a really good kid with a parent that seems not really involved, and then I'll get a bad kid who has a parent that's like, I'm trying, we're working with him, you know, and let me know. But in general,
we're on a team now, by the way. So it's black and white are on the team. I'm white, you're black.
Nice. So, yeah, I mean, I've seen that in reality. That would be I don't need to see a study. I've got like raw like data.
You're a teacher, right?
Yeah. So. I meet kids' parents, and the kid that's the shittiest kid I teach, like the shittiest kid I have this year, and no offense to him, I love all children, even this one, but the shittiest kid that I have on paper, I can't get in touch with his parents. They don't answer the phone. Actually, I think he lives with grandma, and actually, you know where he is right now? He's in jail, right? He dropped out of school, basically, he's still on my roster, but he dropped out of school. He's in jail for stealing cars and mugging people, in 10th grade. And where are his parents? You know, and there's a lot of kids. I had a kid last year that I taught that went in jail for, what was he doing? He was robbing, bail bonds people. He's 16 years old, gunpoint, robbing bail bonds people. And, bail bondsmen. Him and, like, this older couple were running around town, robbing people. He did this on Christmas break, dude. And I was wondering why his grades were slipping, right? But it turns out he was robbing bail bondsmen at gunpoint. And that kid never was able to get a hold of his parents, right? I don't think he.
Yeah, but that's what he's saying. He's saying he does make that caveat, so he gives himself some outs. He's like, oh, if you're born into a terrible situation, like your parents are totally absent.
That's like saying you need parents, right?
It's like saying you need parents, yeah.
And you should understand that. I need to read the piece.
I do too, and I think he didn't write a full piece on it. I think he just flippantly said it in an interview.
Okay. He's a smart guy. He's probably smarter than I am. He's definitely more educated and for books and stuff. You know, I like listening to him talk. He's a good speaker.
Mm-hmm.
So why is he even talking about that? Why?
Yeah, like what? Yeah, exactly.
It's like, by the way, I've seen studies. You need to tweet them. Be like, what are the studies, dude? What are the studies these are? Are they like these
Yeah, show me the studies, please.
What like mini worlds like people were you talking to and figured out?
The mini world, the multiverse. What multiverse did you tap into to make this study complete?
Oh, look, I got it. Oh, I almost comboed him. That could be kind of sick. I'm about to combo him right now. Oh, look at that. Am I gonna get him out? Ah, oh, so close.
I think you can like just keep comboing him. So if you hit him with a kicked bomb, oh, you got him. Okay.
Oh, did I? Okay, that's like my first kill. We gotta get blue. Blue has to go. Blue. Like you can see as a kid how I was expecting Mario, and I got this, like which is not like as a single player game. Right? Like this would not.
It might be a little disappointing.
It was yeah. Disappointing.
I think the next game in the series is like I don't know, BOMBERMAN Heroes or something. It has more of like a platformer kind of bent to it.
He's a great design.
And it's got a great soundtrack too, BOMBERMAN Heroes.
Okay, I gotta check it out.
Oh shit! I just got a double combo. The next topic I think we had was yo-yos.
All right.
You want to talk about yo-yos? Yeah.
Well, I've been slinging yo for about a month now. A kid brought to school a yo-yo, and I won it like a Yu-Gi-Oh contest, right? Like I took it off his desk and I did a few tricks, and he's like, I went to give it back to him, and he said, Mr. Pablo, he said you can keep it. He's like, I was gonna give it to Josh. He's like, but Josh can't do tricks like that, so he gave it to me. And then so that sparked. I loved yo-yos when I was a kid, right? 2nd grade, I was really into my yo-yo year, and so I got into yo, and I've spent probably like $30 on yo-yos, made like $25 on a good yo-yo, and I've been doing tricks. I think it's really cool. I think it's a cool like kinesthetic activity. I think it looks cool. It's got some like zenness to it, you know, like some dancing kind of like yoga like.
You have to understand the strings, you know, and everybody says, you know, in string theory, we're all strings, you know. So if you can manipulate the strings of a yo-yo, you might be able to manipulate the strings of the universe.
Of the universe, that's right.
That's just something for all you out there to consider, all of our viewers.
It makes sense because, like, in Final Fantasy 11, I played Puppet Master. It was one of my big jobs, and that's puppets or strings. I'm not into puppets IRL. Maybe it's a thing I'll get into. I don't know. Puppets aren't on the list. So yeah, I've been doing some sick yo-yo tricks. I'm gonna keep going with it. I haven't reached a wall yet. I've been doing some. You've seen some. They're kind of impressive, right? It's some kind of real life. I'm almost 40 years old, so it's like.
How about while we're doing this, while I'm looking up a better multiplayer game than this, you sit here.
You want me to do a yo-yo
and you
trick?
do some yo-yo tricks on the actual camera.
I got this yo.
While I look for a better game for us to play.
The camera's here. It's like reversed.
POKÉMON Stadium? That'd be pretty cool, don't you think?
If I whip you in the head with this, like you will bleed. You will. This is a metal. It's like a skateboard wheel.
I want to bleed. I need to get a kick in the head.
Stadium. I'm telling you, wave. Are you resistant wave race?
I don't play racing. Those are zero-sum games, my friend.
Those
are winners and losers.
Zero-sum is wave race. It's
I'm big into that. Every game we've played so far is a zero-sum game, though. So.
Where should I stand?
It looks like a freaking ghost.
Oh god, this is gonna. I can't really do much here because there's not a lot of room, but I'll try. I'm gonna do the brain twister. Maybe brain twister.
I can see it. Go ahead. Look at that shit. He's manipulating the strings of the universe as we speak.
Get back into a brain twister. Look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just caught a fish alive. And then you gotta do a bind. You gotta get there with the. It's the wrong way. Like this. It's still spinning. And
nice. Look at that.
It's the world of yo.
That was amazing. Let me make a note of that happening because I'm putting this in caps. Live yo-yo tricks on camera.
If any viewers are into yo, you'll be like, yeah, those are some like, you know.
That's some basic shit.
You know, but I'm learning, okay? I'm learning. I'm working on my side mount, right? I'm doing barrel rolls. I didn't want to do barrel rolls right there because I'm working on those. But that's my brain twister cyclone and my baby bind, right? Working on my side mount bind, but I don't understand. Sometimes it's really hard watching the videos and like figuring out how to hold the string. But what's really cool about it, one of my favorite things about like life in general,
yeah,
to make yo like relevant, is like I love, and maybe it's my brand of like whatever's wrong with me, But I love like muscle memory stuff. I love developing muscle memory. Like whether it be a fighting game you get good at, which I'm doing with Dragon Ball Spark and Zero right now, or learning a yo trick, or like I've done skateboards, Rubik's Cube, like learning something and then committing it to like a muscular memory.
And then getting better at it, you know, there's like a deep feeling of satisfaction.
You get like that flow state, you know, like it's just like, and you do it with writing too. You can. Sometimes when I'm writing, I just like.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm writing, I can get into a really good flow state, and then other times when I'm writing, I'll be like writing the worst garbage I've ever written in my life, and I'll be like sitting there so frustrated with myself, like why can't I think brilliantly anymore?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like sometimes, like it's so frustrating. I would love to be able to tap into it.
I went back and read when you reposted the Final Fantasy 13 essay. I read that, and while I think it needs like 2 or 3 more edits, I actually, not to toot my own horn, I was like, damn, some of this is like really cool. I was like, I remember writing this, and like, I don't know if I could do this right now. Like, I gotta get back up to it.
You gotta get back up to it. That's why you shouldn't have taken a freaking break.
No, man.
I've been writing ever since we stopped. Ever since the schism, I've still been writing. I'm not that much better, but like, I haven't forgotten. And it's also annoying because like when you start writing in a certain style, like that'll fuck you up too if you stick with the style too long. Like I was writing in this like Catcher in the Rye-esque style for like a very long time. Like almost a year.
We read that book like 3 times.
Yeah, and then like I wrote Blue, Red, and Freddy as just like a straight up stylistic similarity to that. I stopped using semicolons, M-dashes during that period, so I just completely stopped using them. So I was just using commas for literally everything and periods. And that was all a stylistic choice, but when I decided like I'm gonna start using semicolons again, like I'm having trouble like stylistically shifting now because I spent so much fucking time like, you know, monomaniacally focused on one fucking writing style that like I shot myself in the foot and I have to, you know, get back into the groove on the other ones now. It's insane.
I'm trying to think of what I've read of yours that I think is like the most like, because like you gotta find like your writing voice, right? And so that mimicry that we do is like part of that, right?
Yeah,
so
I mean, I wouldn't say that it was full mimicry. Like, I would say that it's just like I adopted some of the stylistic tropes of it and some of the first person, you know, kind of thing. There's in Japan, there's a called the Japanese eye novel. Have you ever heard of it? It's like a style of like in Japan. No, it's called a Japanese eye novel, not novel, and it's more like. It's a genre in Japan for novels that Harukimi writes in, and like a few other people write in. It's usually like a first person kind of like confessional, kind of like, you know, coming of age story. It's like an eye novel. It's usually what they call it. And I think that's what the style I've been writing in for a very long time. At least some of my stuff, like Blue, Red, and Freddy is definitely that. It's first person. Some of my other stuff is like that too. Like Ghost of 27th Street is similar to that. Yeah. But you were saying something that you.
What of your pieces? What do you think is the most like signature, like your style?
My style.
Yeah.
I think like commentaries on Mysterium Nostalgia is probably very similar to like my thought process.
Okay, yeah, that's the Morrowind, right?
No, that's the Oblivion one.
That's the Oblivion one. Okay, yeah, I read both of them.
The Morrowind one's probably similar too.
No, the Morrowind was the one about the don't tell me it's like the miasma or whatever, right? Is that
no, that's the one about Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Wasn't there Morrowind had something about like
Morrowind
that stuff?
Yeah,
right?
it's actually
like,
very companion piece. The Morrowind one, I think is if I remember correctly, it's been like what 2 years since I read that.
Yeah, it's
that one's about the fucking the phones. It's literally about phones almost. I'd have to reread it because it's been a long time, and I actually like that one. But like, it's about phones. It's about fucking what do I call it? The soul sickness is what it's about.
Yeah, the soul sickness is in the Wi-Fi.
The sickness is in the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's killer stuff.
That one's good, but I think the commentaries is probably good. I think anyone where I'm like saying like I'm using fucking as an adjective or something like that is probably very close to my style.
Yeah, I love that you started. You were hesitant to curse. I feel like
for a long time I was hesitant to curse my writing.
And you've slowly, but use it the right way. You wield the language that is.
Look at this. All right, like this is gonna be interesting. So you're player 2 and I'm player 1. I think your style. I think I was reading when I was I didn't reread all your shit when I did it. Let me make a note that we're talking about this.
I think what we're doing is we're picking. So yeah, we pick which we want to send out first, right? So I look at who you've got. Yeah, Geodude. What are your weaknesses here? Ground, fighting, grass, electricity. It's not gonna. We'll work on Geodude. Yeah, he's rock. You can electric the rock, but Oddish ain't gonna take to that.
Yeah, but yeah, I think commentaries is probably good. I don't know if you've reread that one anytime
I'm gonna go back and check it out.
At least reread the first half of it. It's just like me, just talking about how much I love Oblivion, but also how like kind of pathetic it is, and it's actually very similar to the Breath of the Now because the conclusion of that essay is like you should just stop like clinging to nostalgia and like experience fucking new things. Like, because the essay's about me playing Oblivion. I bought that at 360 right there for like $200, and I bought Oblivion for it.
I remember the essay. You talk about that at the beginning of the essay.
At the very beginning of the essay, it's like I spent like $325 on this, and this for the best game that I.
You almost bought the strategy guide.
I almost bought the strategy guide, right? And like I go on and on, and I reveal it as Oblivion, and I talk about how much I love it, and then eventually it's just like, and I like when I was playing with it, 20 hours in, I was just like.
You're like, now you're back to doing just playing games.
I'm just playing games, and it's done. Like the nostalgia is dead. I almost hate this game. I'm looking at it in a different way because it's not how I remember it ideally in my head. And the conclusion is basically like, yeah, like move on and do different things with your life, you crazy motherfucker. But it's like it's self-deprecating in a way, and it, and it uses vulgarity and stuff, which I think is more representative of my style. I don't know what I picked. Okay, I think I understand this now. Next time we play. But yeah, that's what. What about your? I think Juno is very good for yours.
Okay, yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah, that's one I it's like middle of the road. The ones that I like. It's cool storytelling, and it's a lot.
I think it has confessional, like personal shit in it, and it like mixes it with the game well.
It's the one that's like the 10 different separate little short stories, right? That kind of go back and forth in time in my life, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good conclusion to. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Juno. All right, okay. Who am I? Vulpix against Voltorb. All right.
I don't know who I have. Who did I select? Oh, you know what?
But Juno's good, and I like Juno because when I was rereading it, when I was reposting everything after the schism, when we came back, the return of on computer games, I was reposting Juno because I had to find it on archive, and I was reading a little bit, and it struck me on how similar it was in just like later stuff that I would write. Even like the nostalgia one again, it's like that one has like real life stuff, and then it goes into like the game, and then it has more real life stuff, et cetera, et cetera. Like you were doing that in Juno, like before I was ever doing it.
Yeah.
I might have done that a little bit in like earlier essays, but like not to the extent that you were.
That's one where I was really trying to do like I wanted to do like just a narrative, right? I wanted to experiment because I did that wacky Xeno one, and then I did like trying to do like a edgy kind of funny like Xeno 2. Like more like on the nose game review, and as like another experiment, right? It was like, can I just tell like stories? Juno has some parts. I reread that one not too long ago, and it has some parts that I really like. My favorite one that I wrote probably is either Final Fantasy 13 or
Bye bye.
What'd you do? Roar.
Predicted that shit.
A switch out. Why did you think I was such vocal?
That was a zero sum. That was a zero sum play right there because we're right back where we started. You switched. I rolled you back out.
So I tried to teach the kids what a zero sum game was. I have just some story where they talk about that.
The zero sum game is like any fucking game that we play. Like part of the essay I'm writing now or the story I'm writing now that has bits about zero sum.
Is that where you like me winning points takes points from you? Is that the zero
so like
sum?
that situation wouldn't have been truly a zero sum. Yeah. But it's literally like in Tekken, for example, like if I beat you, you lose, right, and I win the game. It's like your character dies, I win, I survive. That's like a zero sum. Like I survive, you die.
Yes.
This is zero sum.
There's one point to be getting.
Yeah, there's one point to gain. I got the point. You lost the point.
I lost the point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. And a lot of people say like wars are zero sum, things like that.
Like basketball,
they're very
zero
competitive,
sum, right? Ones where you can get multiple points.
I think technically that's still a zero sum game.
Basketball? No, because me getting 3 points doesn't take points from you in a basketball game. I do not completely understand.
Yeah, you're right.
Games,
you're right.
But
you're right. Yeah, I think you're right then.
I think basketball would not be. I think. Ask Alexa.
No, I'm not gonna. I was just gonna make a note that we're talking about zero sum. Did you pick your move?
Yeah.
I think this is a great game to play actually because Pokemon is dope, and I think we all love Pokemon. I think
Bro,
all of our viewers love
immediately.
Pokemon. I think anybody who'd ever watch this and ever read our stuff played and knows about Pokemon.
Oh, you're gonna no! I'm not stealing this, dude. This is.
I like how this is designed in such a way where like I can check my moves, but you don't actually see what I'm selecting.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like this is almost like a mysterious like what is he picking? You know.
I like how they thought like you wanted to be a little like and you don't always see the moves too. So it's just for a second, right?
I could like very quickly do it. Like you might not catch it, right? That's interesting. I'm just gonna go for it.
This is a great game. This is the best one on the. I've still got an original. What did I do? Double team? Yeah.
That's a broken move. That's usually a
evasion.
ban in competitive play, by the way.
I was hoping it wasn't speed because I know he's fast as hell. Voltorb is.
Yeah. Still gotcha. Look at that kanji symbol. Okay. All right. I know the only right move that you have right now. I think you know what it is.
Oh, I didn't see you had quick attack.
I don't know if this will kill you though. No. Damn. You could kill me right now, I think.
Self-destruct?
Yeah, I thought that's what you're gonna use.
No, I want to see.
I already used self-destruct.
I'm hoping
it's
and you're
paralyzed. I don't like how they use the it as pronouns here.
Yeah.
They have a gender.
Yeah, this is
Voltorb
true, right?
doesn't. Voltorb has no gender.
He's a boy. Look at him. Look at his eyes. He's a boy.
He has boy traits. My Vulpix is a female.
I'm gonna go wild here. This is a stupid move. I feel like this is a Hail Mary here.
Look at his face. He's like got a look of consternation on his face. Like, I don't know.
So you gotta if you hit, I'm gonna be so pissed.
I guess it doesn't work. I guess double team does nothing in this game.
It might. There's some like quirks about some of these old games.
I hit you with a fire blast after a double team, and like
that doesn't
fire blast has like a 70%.
It's 70, but it's actively 10 in my experience.
Right? Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And that was fire blast. Holy crap! All right. Well, there's only one thing to get you with. I got two. Hopefully that Larvitar has a rock move.
All right.
You wouldn't be so silly as a fire blast me, I don't think. You're gonna switch.
Nah, I don't think I'm gonna switch.
Oh, Oddish, dude, that's gonna be a bitch. I don't have a way to deal with Oddish. What'd you do?
Quick attack. That did far less than I thought it would. Squirtle's a little tank. Why are you doing all the self buffs?
Because I want to survive. He's a tank, right?
That didn't help you with Voltorb.
No, it didn't. But you should have missed.
And I can cancel all your self buffs.
How? Do you have?
I have Roar. I just roar you out. It goes away.
Oh yeah.
Roar has low priority though, by the way. So like, it always goes last.
You can flinch,
so
right? With Waterfall.
Yeah, but Roar always goes last as well. So like, you can't just roar people out infinitely.
Okay, yeah, because it goes. Yeah.
They saw that. The game developers like you could potentially just use Roar.
You could just use Roar and stall.
Yeah.
Well, you can't. You have no bad move here.
No, I don't.
You went with the Oddish. Oh, Pikachu. He's faster.
He looks fat as hell on this one. He's going a little bit of a diet.
And you're probably going to do Thunderbolt.
Yeah, sure.
But you're going to predict the switch.
Yeah, I was trying to, but I didn't. I don't think you switched.
No, because I realized you were going to. That's the smart move would have been to predict the switch.
That's the thing about Pokemon, right? It's like, okay, you know. Yeah, this will hit me for super effective damage, so I probably have to get the fuck out now. What do I got?
But you know I'm locked in. Well, yeah, what are you going to do? You have to switch to Oddish. Unless you want to get, like, one-shotted. With Dig. Look at that hole he dug.
I think I still take super effective damage from Dig, even as Oddish, because Poison is weak to ground.
Well, neutralize grass not resistant.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah. I'm kind of smart, but I'm not that smart to remember all the fucking type matchups when there's multi-type.
I feel like grass would resist ground because
No,
it's
it took
strong.
normal damage.
Yeah, that did nothing.
You just don't like switching out, do you? Ugh. Yeah, you have a move that'll hit me.
Yeah, I had the icy one. I was like, I'll try that out. I ain't doing shit. You pedal dancing me? Seeing sleep, so.
Yeah, I figured that was the best move. If you switched out, then you get asleep.
Yeah.
If you hit me with something, you'd be asleep.
Smart. I hit the wrong button. So switch anyway, but that would have hit fucking Larvitar for. Whatever.
You have Larvitar?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stuck in pedal dance. I can't switch anything else.
But it'll be super effective on Larvitar too, so. Yeah.
What's that? What other topics do we have today? Let's see. N64 games, the console itself. So the N64 is a really interesting console, I think. It's like I would say, experimental console in a way, maybe.
Nintendo's entry into 3D games.
Yeah, they were like one of the first to do it, right? Or no?
I mean, that was the generation. I don't know what generation, Gen 4 of games. I don't know. It was the first. I mean, you had the Saturn, the PlayStation, and the N64. And the two. And as someone who grew up in the era, as an old man that grew up in the era, what are you, Oddish? What the? What does Lear do? Is that?
I think Lear's a defense down.
It's defense down. It's like, Sandstorm's gonna make me faster and buffet you. It's not gonna help. Earthquake or bite.
You're basically fucked here.
We're gonna do bite. I'm faster.
Bite can flinch me, if I remember correctly.
That's a good move. Oh, that's nice. So yeah, the N64. As someone who grew up in the era, I remember
pedal dance from pedal dance is confusion.
I remember like no one talked about Saturn. Like Saturn I'd heard of, but no one. N64 PlayStation, and the draw was 3D games. That was like I remember playing Sega Genesis. I remember playing some Super Nintendo, and the draw was holy cow. You got Mario in 3D. You got Zelda where you can run around like a big open world, and Crash Bandicoot and stuff on the PlayStation.
Yeah, I think the N64 is an interesting console. Like we already talked about the controller. It's very fucking strange, but look how aesthetically and pleasing this controller is.
Iconic.
Both of them. I mean, I love how this controller looks,
It's awesome.
and I actually love how it feels if you hold it like this. Like I'm not opposed to how this feels. This thumbstick.
It could use
Dog
some
shit,
better like
but,
materials, right? Like if you could dial in that thumbstick like with modern technology,
Yeah.
like this could be used on a if you just some modern ergonomics, right? Like and better materials, you probably could have a pretty nice nifty controller. The way the joysticks feel or the I lost.
You lost.
What did you use? Pedal dance.
Pedal dance. But yeah, I like the controller. I like the clear.
Love the clear. There's so many. There's the watermelon, the jungle green, the grape is a cool one. What? It's like a blue. It's like an aqua arctic, maybe. I love personally the names of colorways. I got an ocean blue PlayStation 2 controller. It's like a clear.
Yeah, that's great. I love their names. Yeah.
Yeah. Jungle green. It came with like Donkey Kong. I think that's why they called it that. It had a yellow card. Another cool thing, like the cool games had colored cartridges, right? Like the stock was this gray. That was classic and awesome. Like Mario 64, Smash Bros, all that was on a classic gray cart. But then you had things like a Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, which came on a gold cart, but also a gray cart. I think there's some black carts, maybe like Perfect Dark. I think was a black cart.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I can see a gray one in my head too, but I know Killer Instinct maybe there's a black cart. Doom probably a red cart. and Donkey Kong a yellow cart.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know why I noticed, because I had never had an N64 until Lindsay Crumley gave me one in 2008.
Lindsay Crumley, yes.
Yes, Lindsay Crumley, man. Beautiful, beautiful young lady. Beautiful young lady.
So,
Who I want?
I have a special connection with the N64. Like, I had an N64 when I was a kid. I had Zelda Ocarina of Time. That was one of the first games I was big into. I wrote a whole thing on my journal about that. I don't know if you've read that one.
What was it about?
Learning to read with Zelda.
Yes, yeah, your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. I do remember. Like I do. I love your stuff. You're a great writer. Like you're.
That should probably go up on computer games. It's just so short. But that's a good one though. I really like that one. I was on a roll. I wrote that in one night, and I was just like on a roll. It's like one of those times that you could just get into a brilliant roll, and then like it's gone. You know, you can't touch it again. I found that being interested in the topic does help.
Yeah.
Like truly interested, deeply invested, you know, does help. Yeah. But I've had a deep connection with the N64. I had one when I was a kid. Every summer, you know, my friend Miles had one. We would play Zelda. We would play Smash. We'd play Pokemon Stadium. You know, it'd be like, let's go over to your house and play fucking N64. You know, so like I had a connection to it. But like when looking at it in hindsight, it really is a weird console. Like it's like when you really get down to it, it's only got a few good games. I mean, Pokemon Stadium, I would say this is like fun for us to play, but it's a great game. But like, this isn't like a system seller or like a truly, I don't know. I wouldn't play this by myself.
And it's weird, just a quick aside for Stadium, another weird thing about the N64, and it's on these controllers, although it does not look functional, but on the back of these controllers, there's this thing right here, right?
The rumble or the memory card?
There's the rumble pack, the memory card, and then not Smash, but Pokemon Stadium. I've got one of these at home, unless I got rid of it when I moved.
Oh, really?
I might have. But it's a thing that sticks on the back, and you could take your Game Boy cartridge, and you would stick it in to the controller. You would take your Game Boy game with all your Pokemon, you would stick it in there, and you would bring your Pokemon to the screen right there. And that was super cool. Man, I hope
That's amazing.
I probably got rid of that, man, but that was...
I think the last Pokemon Stadium game was on GameCube, I think, right?
It was, they had Coliseum, but there was one on, it wasn't called Stadium, but there was one on the Wii. I remember playing it in high school.
What was that?
Pokemon, maybe it was a Coliseum, I don't know.
Interesting. But like really the best games for the N64, there's not many good games for the N64. There's a lot of like mediocre games that are okay depending on if you play them as a kid, you might have a special connection to them. But like the really, really amazing games in my opinion, and again this is also subjective bullshit, is Ocarina of Time is maybe one of the best games ever made.
Best game on N64 probably.
But probably the best game on the N64. Yes. It's a timeless game. It feels amazing. When you play it today, it feels like a demake of a modern amazing game. It's an incredible game. If you haven't played it on computer game viewers, of which there are zero, you should play it because it's an amazing fucking game. It's great. Like, and I would say like if you're going around like saying you're into games and you haven't played that game, like fuck off. Like go play the game. I'm like a little drinking right now, so like I'm usually not this judgmental, and I really don't care like when I analyze this. So don't take this as anything like, you know. But like play the fucking game. It's a great game. Majora's Mask is a close second, but I don't think it's as good as Ocarina of Time, and we could get into that. The time limit thing, the daily time limit thing is annoying as shit in that game. Everybody says that, but everybody says it because it's fucking true.
You can get around it, right? It's not.
You can get around. You can like slow time and shit with songs.
You get the songs, and you just
it becomes like not a big deal, but like it's always this like this presence that's above everything in the game, you know. And it's just like Ocarina of Time doesn't have that, you know. It doesn't feel like an Ocarina of Time. There's a countdown kicking down where it's like it. All right. So Zelda.
Ocarina of Time is one of the best. I love that game.
N64 games.
We had a video. We had an OCG video where I redeemed myself, and you saw the 3 hearts. I really do love. I don't want to say I love Ocarina of Time, but like it because it's so like generic, right, of an opinion. But it is such a fun game. It is.
The thing I wanted to say about Majora's Mask is that Majora's Mask is great by itself, but I think the timer that's always at the top of the screen gives this impression that it's like Ocarina of Time, it's like you are in this little world, and you can go around wherever you want in this little world, and you can do whatever the fuck you want in this little world within reason, because it's not an open world game, but you can explore wherever the fuck you want. You don't have to worry about anything.
No.
Majora's Mask is like you have a limited amount of time to explore this world.
No.
And I don't like that because it's
not
like
about the world,
it's almost like
like-
it's almost like it doesn't feel free anymore.
Yeah.
You know, there's a level of restriction here that I
Yeah.
don't appreciate, frankly.
I don't like time limits on.
I don't like time
I don't.
limits. Yeah, I don't either. Like,
On
have you ever played
missions
Stardew
even?
Valley? Stardew Valley?
Mm-mm.
It's like this
I know
farming
it,
sim,
but
but like
yeah.
there's this daily time limit on every day, which is very annoying. And that's one of the reasons I don't like the game. I don't like time limits. I try to play games to forget about temporal bullshit.
Yeah.
And life and the universe. When I play a video game, I'm trying to get lost in another universe with different rules and different laws of physics. I'm not trying to fucking look at the fucking moon coming down on me. Okay? That's why Majora's Mask is not as good as Ocarina of Time. Although Majora's Mask does have a lot of reasons why it should be better than Ocarina of Time. One, you play as young Link the whole time. And young Link is a fucking baller. He's a baller. He's got swagger, like the way he walks around. Yeah. He's so cool. He's the best version of Link in any game. Young Link is amazing. And that's one of the main... He's the main dude in that game, and that's awesome.
The masks are cool.
The masks are cool. You get like you get some cool weapons. Like you get better weapons in that game. You get like the great fairy sword. You get the great deity mask. Like you get a lot of cool shit in that game. The world has this like amazing kind of like I don't know, David Lynch vibe to it, which is really cool. But again, like the time limit's bullshit. It's smaller in scope than Ocarina of Time, and something about Ocarina of Time just feels so... I don't know how to say it. Like, it just feels so natural, and the game flows so well.
Yeah. No, it's a great game. Yeah, and so with the N64, I think like looking back on it, like the N64, like there aren't many games like that. Like I think the PlayStation has like at least probably 10 like games that are maybe not quite as good as Ocarina of Time, but like
this is a mindfuck, by the way. Keep it.
But like close or something, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like with the N64, it's like you'd figure like, oh, N64 had Ocarina of Time. Surely there's other games like Ocarina of Time on the N64. There aren't. There are no other games like Ocarina of Time. There are games on there that like similar, like try to be, but like aren't. They're just like not as good. Like Nintendo.
Like, can you name 5 great N64 games, and I'll try to name 5 more that aren't on your list, and I bet I will struggle. I bet.
So it's Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, Super Mario 64.
Okay. If I was to add to that, I would say, and avoiding like ports, because the ports are even shitty, like Resident Evil 2 or Tony Hawk 2 or something. Like they're shittier.
They're shit
they're
compared
shitter.
to
you might as well get the PlayStation. The one
exactly.
the PlayStation sitting right there. Like
this console is not powerful.
Like there's an Ogre Battle game on it that I've never played. That might be worth
I hate
it.
that game.
Was it good? Okay, so we'll take it off the list.
It's right there. It's not good. I don't like it.
I told you I would struggle, right? I told you Mario Kart, right? Maybe Mario Kart's fine. Did you say Smash Bros? Maybe
I didn't say Smash, but
so like, Mario Kart, Smash Bros.
Like I think if we look at my cartridges here,
right?
Some of these like Harvest Moon 64, people will say that's really good. And I played that a little bit. It has a very nice vibe and
Conquers
aesthetic.
is good. I see
Conquers is
there.
interesting.
But
it's not. I wouldn't say it's an amazing game.
Yeah, not.
Banjo is cringe.
It's the equivalent of like Croc or something on PlayStation.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
PlayStation had hundreds of those, right?
Yeah, PlayStation did. They had Spyro. Spyro is better than Banjo-Kazooie by a long shot.
And he had tons of shit like that. What was that one that's Klonoa or whatever?
Klonoa's based, yeah.
So the N64 is one that like it really just, I don't know, for me it has this sort of like mythic kind of positioning because it, like I didn't have one. I had a PlayStation, so I'd go to a kid's house and he would have he'd have an N64, so I'd play like a 1080 snowboarding was one I'd play.
There's Snowboard Kids. You ever played that one?
I never played Snowboard Kids. I've seen that one, but I've never played actually Snowboard Kids. Grazie for the vino.
Mm-hmm.
And I just love, one thing I love about N64, I do love it.
I love it too, so don't take this, if all of our 0 viewers, don't take this as us being like, oh, the N64. We're sitting here playing it. We love the N64.
I wish you had...
The N64 is part of our souls. Please understand this.
The chunk. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I was saying the chunk of the cartridge going, like the chunkiest cartridges, like just the best,
I love it, yeah.
smoothest. The way it would just go in, like to.
The way the N64 looks on the desk or underneath the CRTV in your little slot.
Brought mine, dude.
You know, like it's an aesthetic console. It looks amazing. Look at this controller. We've talked about how cool this controller is, even though it's wacky as fuck. It's a great console. It's just also a shit console, unfortunately, and that's just how things roll sometimes. You know, it's a Taoist perspective of you know, yin and yang and dark and light, and the N64 perfectly encapsulates this by being some sort of weird mixture of both of those things.
My buttons aren't working. Am I not? I'm not being stupid, am I?
Yeah, your buttons aren't working, my man. Here, let me check something.
My man.
Yeah, again, not ROMs.
I love the N64. I love, and just the mystique for me as a kid, like the mystique of like, oh, there are these games that exist that I can't play. So like Banjo-Kazooie.
Move it around. Seems to be working.
And some of these games, they're just like games that I couldn't play, so they felt more mysterious.
Try it now. Are you hitting R?
No, it's working now. It's working now. Okay.
I don't think you're hitting R.
I think I wasn't hitting the right buttons. It took me a second to process that, and I was like, no, I was hitting like A and B. Like I was not.
Yeah, when you were looking at it, I was like.
But I handed it to you, and you pressed A or B too.
I did, that's true.
Check. I guess I'm gonna have to hit you with
N64 is great. I have less of a connection with the PlayStation than I do with the N64. Although I think it's because I had a PlayStation when I was younger, and I played it a lot. A lot of JRPGs. I was big into those, and that's arguably what I'm into now is RPGs. But you know, when I was like 9, 10, like I had an N64. You know, at 11, 12, beyond that, I had a PS1, and I was into that. But there was something about that 9, 10. Like section of your life where it's like the console just makes a big. This is a uniquely millennial thing as well.
Yeah. No, I think it is. I think it is, and I think we had the opposite like kind of experience. Right, I was the PlayStation kid at 9 or 10.
Yeah.
Right, like I still remember that year struggling to ask my mom for Christmas. I didn't know if I wanted an N64 or a PlayStation. And it was N64 for like the longest time. I was like, I want an N64 for Christmas. I want an N64 for Christmas. I want Mario for Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. I had been to someone's house, they had Mario. I was like, I gotta get that Mario. And I can't, I'm gonna have to think about it. I don't know why I switched to PlayStation. I think maybe like an uncle of mine or something made it sound cool. He's like, you want a PlayStation?
Yeah, it's always been the same story. Like the PlayStation, Nintendo's the kiddie console. You know, you want to be a mature gamer, you got to get the PlayStation. And then later on, I was like, you can get the PlayStation or the Xbox. You want to be the weird weeb, or you want to be the U.S. MAGA bro. You get the Xbox. Yeah. You know, like it's all these dumbass camps.
I'm gonna use Thunder again because I think it's my strongest hitting attack, but it has low accuracy, so that gives you some options. If you have a ground type, and you don't, that'd be a good switch, but low accuracy, right? I'm not having the same luck you had in Fire Blast.
Alright.
But I'm gonna pick Thunder.
What?
Fucking Charmander. Charmander. Watch me, I'm gonna miss.
The animation's going off, you hit. If it paralyzes me, then.
Oh,
look how powerful that was. Damn, Mareep's got a punch.
Move.
And I'm paralyzed, so my speed's cut in half.
And then you know what I'm going to do. What am I going to pick? Let's educate the viewers. What am I going to pick?
Swift.
Yeah, of course, right? Why?
Because it'll kill me either way, and it has 100% accuracy. You can't miss. It's like a guaranteed kill.
Do you have a ghost type? Can you switch it to a ghost? I'm locked in.
Yeah, you saw my pokes, idiot. Asshole. You're just rubbing it in now.
I've been losing. I've been getting my ass kicked all night. I gotta enjoy a little bit. Are you gonna stay in? Yeah, you stay in. Well, you're paralyzed. What are you gonna do? This is my last Pokemon. I think you're still gonna win the match. So let me enjoy like my middle victory here. There's no way Mareep is fast. What do you have?
So Remoraid.
Well, this shit ain't doing.
This is just not good. This is not good.
You might. I think you can pull this out. I'm gonna try Thunder probably.
This is not good.
But Thunder, you might be faster than me.
I think I probably am faster than you, but it's still not good.
Psybeam? No, it might do a lot.
It could confuse you.
Can it?
Psybeam confuses or something. Miss! No!
Oh, did it go off? It ain't
I'm
gonna
dead.
one-shot. This is some weird game. No, it ain't gonna one-shot you. How's... No, it did. Okay.
When we return, we will be playing Wave Racer.
Did you get it?
I can get it in 2 seconds. I got the cartridge in the fucking cabinet, asshole. Okay?
I don't know the name of the
I'm
game.
not downloading these games. Like, what do you mean? I got the full...
It's Wave 64. It's Wave something 64.
Let me type that into the browser.
Type in Wave 64. It'll... Wavin'?
I haven't drank in a while, so...
Wave Race 64. Wave Race 64. That's what it is, dude. The water physics?
The water physics in this game are apparently outstanding.
This is a game I would go to people's houses like, I wish I had a 64 to play Wave Race.
Alright, we'll
play
see
it.
how great this game is.
Kawasaki Jet Ski.
Kawasaki Jet Ski, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, ROM's fun. I use this site.
Alright guys, we're going to pause the
Lavin
video,
carts.
and then we'll be right back after these messages. Thank you.
This is going good, dude.
And I think we're back. I think.
We're back.
Are we back?
We're back. Back
Yeah.
in black. We're back in black. I'm back in black. Back of a Cadillac. Number one with a bullet. It's a heart attack. Something like that, man. AC/DC were the worst band. That was their lyrics. That's their literal lyrics. I'm back in the back of a Cadillac. Number one was a bullet. I'm a heart attack. Dude, look at those water physics.
Look at these water physics. You were right about the water physics.
I'm telling you.
Bobo.
That's not the right controller. I saw you scream.
Oh, you're right here.
Bobo?
Bobo, man. Bobo. This is the On Computer Games official cat, Bobo Cat. His full name is Chocobo Joe. Chocobo Joe, also known as Bobo. He likes to hang out outside and comes into the office sometimes. He's very sweet. He looks like he's annoyed right now, but he's...
Hello.
Alright.
Wave
Race. Let me make a note. Wave Race. I don't think I've ever actually played this game, so...
I'm telling you, dude, man, it's one of the best games on the N64. This goes in the list, top 10 list. I played this at a girl named Mallory Bell's house. She lived across the street from me when I was in 3rd grade. Probably like 4th and 5th grade a little bit. 3rd to 4th grade. Mallory Bell. She had the good Pokemon cards. And I go to her house and we went upstairs. She had this big Rottweiler. And she had an N64 and we played Wave. Oh, shit. Are we playing it right now?
No. It's the demo.
It's probably going to be a split screen.
Is it? Oh, that's awful.
It's a racing game.
What is this called? Wave Race 64?
Mm-hmm.
Wave Race 64. And conclusion, whatever we talk about here. Okay. This is, you can consider this the Encore 2PVS. You gotta move over closer because they can't see you on the camera. I'm gonna pick the blue one. The M. Jeter.
I'm gonna do the... What do you say?
You can change the whole thing
Really?
if you do custom.
Well, I want light handling. My dash engine. I want loose grip, dude. I'm going all lefts on this, dude. I don't know the rules. Pick a good one. Pick Dolphin Park. Dolphin Park.
I think you might have to pick it.
Let's pick it for us. Normal. How do they make the difficulty? I guess the other players?
Yeah, I don't know. Alright, I'm on the top, you're on the bottom. Alright. Do I hit the...
Hit A to go.
Alright. Do I jump? Can I jump?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Look at those water physics, though.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Oh, my handling is off. That's why, because I got this loose grip.
Oh.
What do you do with these arrows? You go in between them?
I guess.
I missed. Yeah, you power down if you miss.
Whoa. Wave racing. Do people actually do this in real life? Do people do wave racing? I've never seen like competitive wave racing.
Like jet ski racing?
Is that real?
It should be. Look at this, man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I think you're winning.
I'm doing a great job. I'm a winner. I've got tiger blood. That's what they say.
Is that like a Charlie?
That's a Charlie Sheen thing. That's like early 2000s. When he was like doing coke and shit.
Yeah, I still remember that. It was like 2010. It was when I was living in that camper that video came out. Remember when I was living in that camper?
That was 2010?
It was 2010 with the
It was
Tiger
before
Blood.
that.
No, it was 2011 actually, I'm gonna say. Early 2011.
Bobo.
I can't turn fast enough. Oh, I have to hit the...
Is there anything else you can do?
You just go.
Like, all I can do is move him around and go forward. And I'm missing things, and I lost, and you won.
Yeah, I won. Because I was playing. Because I was going in between the things. Were you going in between things?
Interesting, okay. I thought I was making the laps.
Well, you gotta go through the things.
Hey, Bobo.
Oh, I was looking at the top. That's the problem that I had, is that I was looking at the wrong character.
I'm stuck on the sandbar. Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna catch up to you. I'm learning how to play. You hear that? Oh.
Hey, Bobo. What you doing, Bobo? Yes, I love you too.
You gotta hit the waves.
This announcer is
You hit the
screaming
A, you hit the button with the waves, right? And it helps you get in between the balls.
Oh, okay. My handling is out of control.
And that's what makes it fun. See how I hit that in between those two, and then this is where I win it probably.
You'd figure on the N64, a game like this, you know, I'm using the, you know, the, whatever they call this, the uncomfortable stick in the middle, but you'd figure they'd be able to let you use the D-pad for directionals too. You know, like the PlayStation let you switch between analog and digital or whatever. Look at that.
I'm getting better actually. I'm going up on these waves.
Yeah, this is good. You're doing good waves. Look at that, I made it. Maximum power.
Final lap.
I think today was a really good day.
You think today was a good day?
Oh yeah, I think like our kids, you know, finally being able to hang out together.
Yeah.
It's almost like a dream, you know, like, you know, hopefully Arthur and little Thorny can have a relationship like we've had, you know, maybe.
They very well might.
If we force it, they might not, but like.
But they might. They
if he's like you and Arthur's like me, then it seems like they should just by default be friends. You know, they're different in a lot of different ways, like we are, but like we're compatible.
Yeah.
You know, in a good way.
I think both of them seemed interested in each other.
Yeah.
It was super cute with the like kisses and the hugs at the end of the night. It was like super sweet.
Arthur's very sweet like that. I mean, we were very sweet with him like that anyway, so he's like naturally like that.
Yeah, Thorny too, yeah. I'm super lovey-dovey with him. I cannot.
Like, it amazes me how easy he goes to, like, Thorny goes to sleep compared to Arthur. Thorny is in a totally new room. He's never been in before. There's like, I'm pretty sure there's like creepy clown toys like on the dash up there, and like he's just like, okay, Dad, I'm going to bed in here.
I was a little surprised.
Arthur would be freaking out. Like, I would have to lay with them, obviously. Like, I have to lay with him now, you know.
We had the benefit of being Thorny missed his nap today, because he still is a nap kid, but he's starting to grow out of it. But he missed his nap, and he got wild on the trampoline.
He did, yeah. They both were doing a lot of shit today.
And Thorny is a little used to me putting him in bed that way, right? I feel like you and Veronica always like lay with him.
We do,
right?
yeah. We've conditioned him in a way.
But Thorny, over the past year, we've worked on like getting to bed without Dad and that kind of thing, and so yeah, get that on, get that going.
This is good, but like, I don't think it's as good as you remember it.
It's awesome. It's better than I remember it, but Duke Nukem I think is gonna be a little bit better.
This will be funny. This game's terrible, but like, I had this game. My dad got me this game when I had an N64 when I was young, so I played this game a lot, and I probably shouldn't have had this game when I was a kid. There's like naked women in this game for the N64, which is surprising. Duke Nukem.
And the way, like,
let's think of some other topic. You keep going. Actually,
I was gonna say, like, he didn't, like, because he was tired and he was scared of the trampoline, and so Thorny was like really hesitant about, like, Arthur jumping on it. And then by the end of the night, though, right?
Yeah,
like,
he was good.
He figured it out. Right? He was like, "This is what it's gonna be." Yeah, no, I loved watching this too. And while they weren't super always like with each other, that's been kind of a common thread in our relationship too. I think is that like something that like adults don't do that I really love, and something that you and I do, and something that kids do, but not for a very long time. But I think it's called parallel play. Where like
they'll like play in the same room together, but they'll do different.
But they're doing different shit, right? And like that's some of my favorite shit to do with you, right? Like your best friend ever.
Yeah, we had like great moments when we were in high school. You'd come over, but we were on drugs like Adderall because I would share my Adderall with you. But
we've done it as adults, right? We've done it where I've been playing like I brought my Switch and I've played a game, right? And it's something that
you're playing like a game, I'm playing a different game. We just like talk and like sometimes we don't talk and we're just playing the game, and then like we'll go outside and smoke a cigarette and then like just talk about random shit. Yeah, that's the best.
It's good vibes, and it's something that like people don't normally do. You know, our kids are kind of doing it today, though. I feel like they were kind of doing it. They weren't talking a whole lot. But God, they're great, man. That Arthur, man, he's fucking cool as shit. It's a good kid you're raising. He's so happy. Sometimes I wish Thorny was as joyful. Thorny is not as joyful. No, this is not gonna go. What game is this? Duke Nukem?
Damn, dude. You move around with the D-pad in Duke Nukem.
That's not gonna work.
Oh my god.
We have
Where are we? Alright, hold on. There's gotta be configurations for this shit.
Control stick look? Is that...
What? When I had this game as a kid, I don't remember it being this
right-handed. Look at the options you have. You have controller 1, control.
Where's the right hand?
Look, and right-handed. Shift mode.
No explanation on what this shit is.
I'm sure it's in the back then. Games actually came with these little fucking.
They did come with booklets for all of our Zoomer fans.
So it probably explains shift mode 1 or control stick move.
Control stick move, right? Like
that's what you want, right? To move with the control stick. But then what do we look with? The C? Shit.
Number of Duke bots? No. Oh, this is the stage.
How did GoldenEye work? Did you move with the stick?
I didn't want this. You did, I thought. I don't think it was this obtuse. First, let me control. Oh, fucking me. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, okay, we're controlling. And then you shoot with this, so can you control it? With this?
That's a look.
Then you push forward.
With what?
The stick.
The stick? He looks down.
Oh, damn. Hit start. Okay. Hit start. Options. Go to controls. Go to controller 1. Or 2. Oh, I see. Okay, go to move.
Go to what?
Instead of look, do controller stick move. Keep going. There you go, and then go to main menu. Hit start again. Actually, hit quick game because this stage sucks. Duke match.
Duke match? Did you say Duke bots a second ago?
I said Duke bots. Yeah.
Castle Dukenstein? This is awesome.
Alright, here we go. I don't know how to switch. Switch with the D-pad. Switch guns. D-pad.
D-pad is looking.
Oh my god, really? What? How do you move? How do you go forward?
Up on the control stick.
Okay. Oh, you're right, it is.
Oh, it's A is like change.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, well, I can't. When I was a kid, I played this game a lot. I don't remember it being this awful. I really don't, and I can't see anything. It's like, almost like I can see better on the small preview on our recording thing.
Where are you?
I'm like stuck somewhere.
Is it a Duke match? I got a large med kit.
Okay, you can jump with the up on the D-pad, or on the C stick, or on the C-pad, whatever the fuck they call it.
And crouch with down. Or you can strafe with left and right on the C.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
I found you.
What?
Oh!
Ah. Duke, I got duped.
Watch this. Look how like raunchy that is. Do you see that? Like that's your body, that's your head, and like some sort of liquid coming out of it.
Look what it's telling me to do.
What is open? What button is that?
The start is. I like how we can both control the start.
We can both control the start menu, yeah.
I kind of have flashbacks of like being a kid and like telling kids to like don't press, like don't touch the, don't press up when I'm pausing. You do Perfect Dark.
This game's a lot shittier than I remember it, so we're gonna try Perfect Dark.
I'm trying to press open to restart. None of the buttons are.
I don't know what to tell you, dude. This game is total garbage, unfortunately.
Can I grab your paw? You're really nice about that, aren't you?
He's a very sweet cat.
Yeah, wow.
He's a great cat, actually.
He's like, this stranger is grabbing my paw. And I'm
He's one of the best cats I've got.
There's a boy, right?
This is a boy cat.
Because boy cats, this is a fact I read. Is that boy cats? Are we streaming? Are we recording, right?
Of course.
Boy cat or orange cats like that are like 99% boys.
Are they?
Jamie pulled it up, right? I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that. And that's what made, if you remember Korra, that's what made Korra kind of rare.
Oh
like
yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah.
Korra looked very similar, right? She was an orange tabby, like Bobo here, and but Korra was female. Man, I missed. That was a good cat. Korra was a good cat. All the cats are good, dude. Cats are. Digit, dude. Fucking.
Every cat I've ever had is amazing, and I love cats.
Mozart, man, like they were just good cats.
I love cats. They're the best. Cats are incredible creatures. They've learned to adapt and live with humans, and look at them. They're beautiful creatures as well. Like, look at her. Look at Bobo.
They
look
did.
how beautiful he is.
It smelled like ass in your room, in your living room earlier. Cause
when he took a shit,
the litter boxes, you know, but they don't. It's not natural, you know. They try to hide it outside, right? They don't want to cover it up.
I think this game got mad at us for like playing some sort of version that might be not. This is a cartridge one, but this one might be thinking that it's not a cartridge, and thinking that we're trying to pirate the game. That's what it might be thinking. But that is the furthest from the truth. Because we don't pirate games. Oh, there we go. We don't pirate games here at On Computer Games. We pay full price for every game, even old games.
Yeah, I paid
$600 for this cartridge of Perfect Dark.
Yeah.
I had it delivered just a few seconds ago.
None of the money went to anybody that worked on it. It went to some like neckbeard in Wisconsin, right? Who held on to the plastic for long enough to get our $600.
Yeah, this isn't confusing at all.
I keep like every word that my brain latched onto. I was like game pack. I was like, well, let me check. What are we actually looking at? Where?
It amazes me that like 10-year-old me could figure out any of this shit.
Spaces. What does it mean about spaces? Control pack. Well, what was that woman I saw? I just saw.
All right. Combat simulator. Oh yeah, hold on.
And this is a game for the Zoomers. This is a game that when people tout like the influence of the N64.
I play this game a lot.
This is a game that gets brought like GoldenEye, Ocarina, Mario 64, and then Perfect Dark is usually right there in that second tier of like sleeper hits.
It is, you know.
So much so that I do think they remade it or redid around the time.
They made a new one for the 360.
Oh, was it for the 360? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Was it around the time? Because they did like a GoldenEye like remastered as well, like for like Wii, around that time, around like 2012.
How do we do like
audio, video? None of this is saying things that I like, phrases that I know to be in games.
Yeah, same here. Like I'm looking
Carrington
for like a verse.
Institute.
That's just an option. Carrington Institute. You should know what that is.
I guess that's like a training, maybe. Institute is like.
I don't know. I think it actually lets you walk. If I remember from, this is literally my memory from like being 10 years old. If I click this, I think it puts me into this like world where I was on that computer where I was looking at it. Yep. And I can like go in here. I don't know, dude. These games are so fucking bizarre. I don't want to go to the training rooms. I want to do multiplayer. I've been guessing it's in this like the combat simulator. Advanced setup.
I'm lost.
I'm totally lost.
Go to the main menu. What's the main
Hit start. Oh, it says player 2's hit start. Press start.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Now we can pick our dudes. So okay, I'm gonna pick my character, and you can pick your character. I can be that guy we just saw, Daniel Carrington.
Where do I go to pick my character?
Go over one with this pad.
Oh.
And then go to character. There you go. These are great characters, aren't they? I think there's an alien you can play as. This guy's just a face.
Data Dyne, Shock Trooper, okay. Data Dyne, Security, okay.
Is this Miyamoto?
This is Daniel Carrington.
It does say Daniel Carrington for all of them. So I'm just imagining like the 10-year-old who's like, I have a preference for one of these extremely ugly like fucking faces. You know, like,
they all look
I prefer this face because it looks like my dad. Like what? I swear to God, there was like you could play as like an alien, and his name was like Elvis or something, if I remember correctly. Maybe you have to like get so far in the story or something. I want to play as this girl. She looks like a dominatrix.
They're like they took pictures of people and like wrapped them around.
Like yeah, exactly. Oh shit. Let me see my son. Keep going. Pick your character. All right, I'll deal with this.
Right.
Bubba, what you doing over there, Bubba? The boy's still sleeping. Oh, I have to be Joanne. Can you give me some of that wine?
Yeah.
This is the good shit that we're talking about. We talked about the Moby Dick. We need to talk about more literature shit. This is on computer games. We gotta please our very highbrow intellectual audience. So let's talk about the next book, which is gonna be. I'm looking at my
just
bookshelf.
grabbing random books. You just
Yeah.
I read a lot of these.
You've read a lot of them. Pick one that you've read.
Well, you won't. You need to read The Road. I know because
I've heard about The Road, but it's like, what is that? Cormac McCarthy's The Road. That's the one with the apocalyptic, and it's almost like the father and son, you know, fight through this apocalyptic.
But he does say.
It sounds like I'm gonna cry reading that book.
You will cry. You will cry. You will cry.
I don't know if I'm okay with that.
You will cry. But it's like one that if I ever want to like write a book, a novel, I think I will go back and read The Road. Because I feel like The Road made me feel in the way I want other people to feel. And he does it in that way where he avoids like, you know, like crazy punctuation and all that shit, right? And
The wine is gone.
it's good tapped out. Good me up. And like it's one I want to read because I read it in a day. And a day novel for me is like rare. It's very rare that I read a book. It's got to be short enough.
I don't think I've ever read a novel in a day, to be honest.
It's got to be short enough and good enough. And the
game
road
just,
is
like, freaking lagged out on us.
The road is short enough to be read in a day, and good enough that you won't want to put it down. And I've only read 2
I think it is. I think you're right. Like even me just knowing about the book, I think I probably would read it very quickly.
I like it way more than I need to read Blood Meridian again because I know I missed a lot in it, and it's the road is not as like heady and like.
Blood Meridian's a fucking weird book, dude.
But the road is like you can eat it like candy, but at the same time it will make you fucking feel. And that's kind of, if I ever wanted to write a book, that's what I want to do, I think, right? Like, write a book that, like, people want to consume like candy because it's so good.
I want to consume this terrible story about my father and son violence and the post-apocalyptic hellscape, like candy, yes.
Yeah, like candy. And then to feel, and I wept at the end. Like, I wept, and you know the ending, right? So you know that, like, the kid doesn't die. Yeah. But there's a part where, like, you don't know. Like, you don't know, and I'm trying to figure out, is this kid gonna die? Does this kid
We have to do it again. Hit start. It like froze up or something.
Oh, okay.
Hit start.
I did. It says player 2 ready.
Oh, okay.
You gotta go to the thing.
Area 52, weapons.
Can you pick your dude?
I did quick start, so maybe automatics back. There you go. We could go to probably saying, let's just go to start game. Like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Cormac McCarthy's really interesting. Blood Meridian is interesting. The only reason I like Blood Meridian so much is because I took a long, like, pause from reading books. And then I read Blood Meridian and it got me back into reading. And at the time I thought it was a really good novel. Now I don't know if it's a good novel or not.
There's some lines in there that are still, like, just heavy and, like, just... Some lines that I wish I could have wrote. Some of that cosmic shit with the judge, you know?
The judge is a very interesting character. Like, he's the embodiment of evil. He's, like, supposed to be Satan, or maybe not. He doesn't explain anything in that book, right? But the judge is very interesting. He's, like... The judge is, like, this charismatic, you know, embodiment of evil who is able to rouse groups of people to follow him and do terrible things. And he comes not, I wouldn't say to his match, but I'll say that word because I'm drunk. Like, he comes to his match with the kid, right?
Right, yeah, the kid.
Like, and the kid, at a certain point, like, I don't remember what happens exactly, but the kid, like, doesn't necessarily like the judge.
No,
and goes against him at some point and is like, maybe this is fucked up, you know? Because you were, like, raping kids. That one scene, the one scene from Blood Meridian that I remember the most. This is probably what it's just like one line.
2 babies.
Yeah, it's just one line from there where like they go into a Comanche camp and they take a baby out of a tent and sling it, and he's like, "I brained the baby against a rock."
I think it was,
and it's like, what the fuck?
I think it was 2 babies that he.
Yeah, he grabs 2 babies and but it gets a rock.
And yeah,
that's what like I read that and I was like, what? And we've talked about in this stream we've talked about. You know, having kids and how it changes your perspective, and it's just like we have these people who are following the judge and they just take 2 babies and grab them by the legs and sling them against rocks. Like,
he's a great favorite.
What?
Right, the judge.
The judge is a great favorite, apparently. You know, like the violence in that, and it's not even gratuitous violence. That's one sentence.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
a very basic sentence where he's like, I took 2 babies and slinged them against the rocks. It's like, what? It's like, what? Oh man, I can't.
There's some great scenes in that book, and like The Road does not have scenes like that, but it's just got a lot more heart.
Well, that's good.
And like what I love about The Road, here's something I wrote. If I wrote a novel, I'd want to write a scene like this. My favorite scene in The Road is when they find an abandoned like shelter at
Because
someone's
some
house.
of the buttons and stuff, keep going, but like try to pull out your guns. You found a few.
How do you pull them out?
I don't know. I was hitting the D-pad. Just try all the fucking
Is
buttons.
it D-pad?
Or maybe the A and B. I don't know.
Oh well, that was.
This is one of the best games on the N64. All right, it should be intuitive, and if you can't figure it out, you're an idiot. Okay, it's one of the best
and
games
you do
ever.
that, and then
I'm just kidding.
hold on.
Oh, you're almost there. There you go.
Okay.
But keep going. The road.
So like my favorite scene in The Road, and if I ever wrote a novel, I'd want to be able to do this. This is why I revisit it. I think The Road. I got to revisit it, but I think it's probably a great book to look at if you want to craft a meaningful story, because there's a great little part in the middle of the road where they find a shelter at someone's house that's been abandoned, and he finds all kinds of good food, right? And like it's a beautiful scene where like where they have to like it's like he's found some food that he's told the kid about that he thought the kid would never be able to eat, and they have a great time. They find a generator. And it's this great little peaceful moment in the chaos, right? And it's beautiful. It's one of my favorite pieces of writing, because it's so chill. And as a reader, you feel the chill, right? You're like, okay, they're safe for a minute, right? But then they have to leave, because you can't stay there forever, right? You gotta wherever they're moving towards, and he's vague. Cormac is super smart about it.
This button should cycle between your weapons. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. And so, but and so.
But and so then.
And then.
We haven't talked about that yet. We should talk about that.
We go to the conjunctions.
Keep going with your Cormac, though.
That's basically it. I just think it's a beautiful little like rest scene where even as a reader you feel rest, right? And I love when writers can make me feel what the characters are feeling. I struggle with that a little bit, like with the writing. So like that's one thing I love about The Road, is that it's got all of it, right? It's got scenes that will make you cry. It's got scenes that will make you feel like, oh, this is nice. It's a nice little rest, right? While you're still just reading, you know? And there's like this cannibal scene. There's all kinds of crazy shit in the book. But that moment of rest.
I can't do it, dude. Like, even thinking about the ending right now, it just like, it makes you want to cry.
You will cry. It's rough, dude. It's rough. One day
I don't cry that much at media or books, so like, I can't.
Maybe you'd read it and not cry. Maybe I just.
It's like it's almost like it feels almost cheap in a way, where it's just like, of course I'm gonna cry at this. It's almost like those fucking stories about dogs that die.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm gonna cry. I've always cried at fucking dogs that die. I've always had a dog in my life when I was a kid. You know, when they die, it's very sad. And like, the only time I cry at a novel or a piece of media is when it tells a story that resonates with my life in some way. And like, for the longest time, that was dog stories. Like, you know, like, oh, I have this faithful companion dog, right? And he dies.
Oh, yeah.
That's very sad to me.
Yeah.
This is very sad. You know, I'm drunk right now, so I was like, I can't articulate this, but like, now with the kid and the father, and I know the fucking ending of The Road, and it's just like, I don't know if I'm ready for that.
One day. The reason I even bring it up to you is I think you've shown like some interest in writing a novel, and I think again
I've tried to write a few, but
it's like as an English teacher, I think like if I was gonna sit down to write a novel, I would read The Road. I would read The Road as a study, if that makes sense.
That's
right?
interesting.
I just think it has like, and there's no other book that it's not my favorite book or anything. Even like it's a fine book, but like I remember reading it, and I was like, man, if I could write a book that would make people sit down and read it like this, and then cry and like feel all these emotions, like this is what I would want to write. And I don't think I can. I don't think I'm human enough, man. It's like Cormac is such a weird guy that like didn't take care of his family and like was obsessed with writing. But there's so much humanity in the shit that he writes. Like especially if you've like Blood Meridian, it's like
Bloody Meridian's a weird story because it's almost like disconnected from humanity in a way.
Yes,
it feels like a cosmic fucking horror story is what Blood Meridian feels like.
And that's why The Road doesn't feel like that.
It feels
at all.
disconnected from real life. Blood Meridian does.
Blood Meridian,
sure.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
It feels esoteric and like
it does. And because it's written like David Foster Wallace would say, it's written like the King James Bible on acid.
Yeah.
Is what he said specifically.
Cormac McCarthy, I don't like to say things like my favorite author because I've only read like 2 books by him, but like God, the way he took the craft seriously and what he was able to accomplish with it is just fucking inhumane. Like, it's just, I have to find some of his lines. There's some lines in Blood Meridian that are just like, oh my God, like, the space stuff. Like, the judge was just talking about
one of those
space.
scenes where he's like, there's that one scene where the judge talks about space extensively.
Yeah. He's like, no, humans aren't, like, there's no other life in the universe.
Yeah, and it's like very nihilistic.
Like,
he has a very nihilistic perspective on things. Like, the judge justifies his heinous violence in such a nihilistic way where it's frightening. Like, he's like, life is meaningless. Like, the universe does not give a shit about you. It is a fucking void out there, dude. I'm gonna brain this baby on a rock. It's like... And the people around him, the way he's so elegant and poetic about it, and explaining
he's the smartest guy in the novel.
He's the smartest fucking dude in the novel, and everybody's just like, yeah, dude, this guy knows.
The judge.
Like, the judge knows what he's talking about, and it really tells you the danger of, like, not just, like, almost like intellectualism. Almost, because the judge is a very intellectual character, although not really. He uses it to his own... He uses it to his own, like, ends, And I really like the scene at the end of Blood Meridian where he's chasing the kid through the desert. Yeah. And he's whispering he's like yelling at the kid through the desert and like whispering in his ear like the nihilism and shit, and the kid's like resisting it. And it kind of shows that the judge at his lowest point, I think, where he's like...
This desperate.
This guy is not falling for my intellectual, nihilistic, like, murder justifications, but, like, here's why you should. Yeah. What?
Save now, no thing. No thanks, I guess. I don't really want to attach to my stats. It's an N64 game.
Hit, okay.
Just start.
just go past this,
I think that's maybe one of the cool like meditations in like Blood Meridian is that like knowledge and intellect and intellectualism and concept creation and again this is more of like just that kind of like sublimative like runaway. I'm trying to talk about in this essay, right? But it's like, so what? So what? The judge is so smart and articulate and seductive, but he's also a big baby.
Yeah,
right? That's the point. He's like a big.
He's got no hair. He looks like a baby.
He's a big hairless fat baby out there, right? Like. It's almost like it's a nihilist book, but it's almost like it's an attack on nihilism, I think. Because you're supposed to feel, I think, like the judge is awful, obviously, right? You're supposed to feel...
You are, yeah. The judge is supposed to be the bad character, yes.
He's a bad guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's such a complex novel because there's nothing really to make him feel like the bad guy other than he does bad shit, right? He's not presented as a villain. He's not defeated at the end. He arguably wins. And I think...
He arguably wins, at the end, yeah.
What the book says at the end is, like, this intellectualism, I guess, is going to continue. Because that's the thing, putting the post in the holes.
That's exactly what it says, yeah.
The electricity. Like, now it's evolved from the judge to, like, instant. It's almost like, oh, God, this is fucking deep about Blood Meridian. It's like, it's almost, what's the word? I don't know, the end of Blood Meridian, it's like, we're fucked. Right, I'm starting to drink a little bit too, but like we're fucked. Like we're this runaway on this intellectualism has gotten so far. Like what the judge has become like speed of light now. It's become
society or something like that, where it's just like the thing. I think maybe the judge, because he is so intellectual, but he's also anti-intellectual in a way. But he's one of those intellectuals who's anti-intellectual, Yeah. In a way, well, he'll use intellectualism to his advantage, and he's very smart, and he knows that. But he's also nihilistic, so, like, if you pressed him, he would say that intellectualism is bullshit, right? So, like, but he uses it for his own ends. I think that's what we do now. And again, I'm drunk too, but get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. You're about to get brained on a rock.
I was unarmed.
You're gonna get brained on a rock.
I was unarmed.
Then you shouldn't have come at me.
I was unarmed. I was punching.
You shouldn't have come at me.
It was a fisticuffs, I thought. I thought it was
I had a gun.
I saw you pull it out for a second, and
The thing about intellectualism is that you can, like, it's all semantics, and you can literally justify anything the fuck that you want with fucking semantics. You can do it.
Of course, yeah.
Like, and you see that with the judge's whole rant about the cosmic spear being meaningless and all this shit, and like his justification for why he's killing all these Indians and like taking their scalps, right? There's there's fucking detailed accounts of like descriptive prose in there about cutting off Indians' fucking scalps.
They were scalping.
You know, like in detail, like. And it's like once you get to a point with intellectualism, like depending on your philosophy, like utilitarianism or whatever, like you can start justifying all sorts of heinous bullshit, right? And I think that's what it's saying. And the kid is almost like this kind of character who intuitively feels like it's bad what's being done, in a way, right? But he can't particularly articulate why it's bad, right?
Yeah.
He can't formulate a good argument against the judge with words. Right?
Right, yeah.
But we all, as readers, sympathize with the kid and we agree with the kid without words, right?
Yeah, we don't want
to. But the judge is the one with the great words, you know, the poetic prose about how the universe is meaningless and how the stars are, you know, infinite and nobody gives a shit about us. But like using that as a justification for murder and all this other shit, it just intuitively feels wrong. But we do this all the time in modern society, right? Like right now we have a war in Iran. And, like, we use all sorts of words to justify it. But, like, just the other day, we bombed a fucking school of kids. Like...
Right.
And we're justifying it by, like, oh, this is the largest sponsor of terrorism in the world. It's like, that might be true, but, like... I don't know, dude. It's just, like... I feel like words obfuscate so much in our...
I think language is one of the, like... I don't, like, have the thoughts to, like, really articulate
Me
this,
too. I'm, like, drunk right now.
But
so.
Language is one of the trickiest things. I think language is key in like a lot of our like problems and a lot of things.
I do too, yeah.
Like language just has the ability, because like a lot of times when we think someone is really smart, how do we know they're smart? Well, because of their manipulation of language.
Because
right?
how they're using the words.
The words, right? And like the words always like belie like the reality. The reality is always like pretty simple, like whatever's going on. But you use words to talk about like the cosmos and shit and whatever the judge is talking about. But like
it's like, but you just brained a baby.
You just killed that little sweet baby. Like you just
it's like I don't know. I do think you're spot on. I think Blood Meridian, I think when we get down to it, is an attack on intellectualism.
Yeah.
I think it actually is.
Yeah.
Or I'd have to read it again to really analyze it, but I think it really, really is.
I don't think he's saying intellectualism is bad, but I think he's saying like it doesn't. There's
no inherent like goodness to it.
No, like you can be the worst man in the world.
He's like an idiot, like the kid could be like better morally, like ethically, like you know. More
he can't explain it, right?
Why? He can't explain.
He's dumb as dirt, right?
He's dumb. Like, the judge can tell you all about the fancy fucking cosmos, but like the kid knows.
And all intellectualism has brought the judge to is to like this nihilism that's like horrible, right? That's horrible to people.
I really love about the Blood Meridian, and we could probably go on about Blood Meridian. I think it's like the thing about Blood Meridian is that the judge is such a compelling character, and I think it works so well about intellectualism and being anti-intellectual because of that, about how compelling he is, even to the reader.
Yeah.
Because when we first read it, all we talked about was the judge. For
I love that character. He's fucking awesome, dude.
We were like, who is the judge? Where does he come from? Is he the devil incarnate? Like we talked about the judge constantly, like trying to figure out who this character was, and that's the mystique of him, right? He's so mysterious and intellectual and smart. You just love the judge, right?
He's a great favorite.
He's a great favorite. He dances and sings without a shirt on or whatever.
It is he looks like a giant baby.
He's
like really powerful too. There's that scene where he throws like that big rock or something, right? Like
in a way,
he's crazy.
You're reading the book and you're like in love with the judge almost. I don't think love's the right word, but you're infatuated with the judge.
He's the only one that
when you read Blood Meridian, if Blood Meridian did not have the judge, it would not be as good as the.
Well, like, I don't like Glanton or whatever his name was. Fuck that guy.
Right, yeah.
I don't like the head of the Glanton gang. Like I don't
that
like
guy was
any of those
shit.
Yeah. Like I like
the head of the Glanton game was the judge.
The judge. That's who I care about. I don't care about any of those other niggas. Like I don't.
Yeah.
Like.
And like, what is the significance of his name?
Yeah, it's not Judge Holden, right? Isn't his name? Isn't it Judge Holden?
It's Judge Holden, but and he's supposed to be based on like a real like historical figure, but like he goes by the judge like most of the time.
And he's not a judge.
Like, he's not a judge, but what is there's a significance to his name.
And maybe I hope it's not just a trick like of Cormac just like calling the judge to like be mysterious, you know? And maybe that's a good like, writing trick.
It is a writing trick, and that could be the case.
But it feels important. It feels.
It does, yeah.
Because that's what we do, right? Like the thing about Thorny, like the way Thorny is so serious and sometimes unhappy. Thorny's a judge, right? He's not like the judge, but like he's critical about reality in ways that are like.
You're good. Keep going.
That are like what the judge is doing is like he's so smart, but it's like it's not good for you. You're not a good dude.
Yeah, it's a cautionary tale about like intellectualism. It's probably maybe it's not saying it's like bad per se, but it's just like it can be used in very very bad ways, and you need to be careful about how you utilize.
What about this? What about it's a caveat about like we have this idea in modern culture that like progress is good, right? Mm-hmm. Like intellectual progress, scientific progress, like innovative progress is good. Right, and so like the thing is like what that progress kind of looks like sometimes is the judge, right? And it's like
looks like that often,
and it's
right?
not good. It's not good, and that's I think why the epilogue is so important. I think the epilogue might be the most important part of the book because it's so jarring. But like because it's jarring, you know it's indicative of no, I'm punching.
You're getting judged.
Like this idea.
Why do you think the epilogue is important? Because it's just I think the epilogue says that it keeps going, right?
Right. He's saying like human progress. Yeah. From the Industrial Revolution, from the cowboy days to the factory days, like that transition that's going to happen, and what that is, God, I think this is deep. Like. I'm gonna try to put it in those
so intellectually pretentious right now, both of us.
But okay, so the idea. Okay, so eventually we start making electricity poles. That's what happens at the end of Blood.
Yeah, they start.
Here's electricity. Yeah. Right. And so I think what Cormac is saying is like, look, this demoncy, right? Like this demonic, like fucking nature of the judge, like now it can be communicated at the speed of light.
Yeah.
Right? And like, holy shit. Like, you guys, it's like the equivalent of the movie where like you think the aliens are dead, but then there's all like the dead, like the...
Right. It's like, oh, actually they got into the atmosphere or something like that.
Yeah. Right? It's like, the judge, you think he's bad, but now we're
Oh,
communicating.
you thought he was one dude? Like actually he's on the telephone line.
He's on the telephone. He's communicating. He's fucking Andrew Tate on the corrupting your son.
It's like he is Andrew Tate.
Right? Yeah. That's what he is, right? So, I think tentatively, like that's my like interpretation of like Blood Meridian. It's like this fucking horrible shit. You know, going to this judge is a bad dude. Like this shit is speed of light now. Like it's everywhere, and we think that being intellectual, we justify wars with intellectualism. We justify all kinds of shit with our fucking stupid words.
That's what I was saying earlier. Right? We can justify all sorts of things with our words. Like the war in Iran, we justify it with all sorts of shit. We bombed this school because of this, and this reason.
Kids are dead. Like real kids are dead. Real kids have been brained. Right?
And that's the thing. We were talking about it. Okay, Trump. I don't want to get all political.
No, it's
Trump has children.
Yeah.
And he's sitting here in his high fucking tower behind his office bombing a fucking school with children in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if there's something like being removed from it. He doesn't see it. Maybe it's less of an impact. Maybe he doesn't understand it as much. But like me, you, who have children, who love our kids, and we were just talking about this. I would never bomb a school.
I would never.
Even if terrorists were like, oh, the terrorists are using the school and they're gonna like build a nuke in the school and there's kids and they're using the kids so that you don't bomb them.
But there are kids in there?
Are there kids in there? Yeah.
Yeah, no. We're not bombing.
The answer would be no. I cannot do it.
We're not bombing the kids.
I'm sorry.
Ever. We're never hard line on bombing the kids. And that's so scary. Is that
it's a utilitarian perspective, though. Like a utilitarian would be like probably or something. I'm drunk, so they would probably be like, oh, but if 10 kids die, but if we save like all of America because we stop a bomb.
The hubris of that, though, right?
The hubris of that of knowing the future, right? Like,
right. That's the argument behind like the atom bomb, right?
Yeah,
the
Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Yeah.
Is that because supposedly like Japanese people were like not gonna give up, so the best way to do it was to bomb them, and then like they give up, and it worked fine. But like I kind of have a problem with just dropping a bomb on a city of like women and children.
I have a problem
like,
assuming that you know the future.
Yeah. Well, this is gonna be
like
better
you're
for
some
the
sort
world.
of sage or prophet,
and like
that
picking
you can,
that like
this will be better for the world, and I'm gonna make this decision
without these people in it. That's what's kind of fucked up. It's like we're gonna make a better world, but some people will die.
Yeah,
and
these 100,000 Japanese citizens who
even Thorny, right? Like the world's gonna be better, but Thorny has to die. Like,
I read a very shitty essay about this, the Breath of the Wild, or Breath of the Fire essay, Breath of Fire 4. I hate that essay and I will not reread it.
What, the dragon one?
Yeah, I hate that essay.
I thought it was pretty cool. What's it called?
I think it's too self-serious. It's called Nuclear Yin Yang.
Yeah, Nuclear Yin Yang. Yeah, I remember thinking that was cool.
It's got such a cool title.
Well, yeah, I remember thinking that was cool.
I think it's really bad and it's not well thought out enough. I hate that essay. I will not reread it. It's up there for posterity and just for lessons learned.
Nuclear Yin Yang. Yeah,
it's such a base title though, isn't it? But it's all style over substance. That's what I'm talking about. There was a guy who made a lot of the decisions about Hiroshima and Nagasaki who justified his behavior. He was like, everybody in Japan is part of the Japanese war machine. And I cover this in the essay. That was his philosophy. He was like, they are part of the Japanese war machine, and they are part of the war. Like, and this is the price of war, essentially, right? Like, these people, even if they're school teachers, they're like, teaching the children to hate America or be part of the war effort. Even if they work in a mine, they're supplying the industrial complex of Japan, which we are at war with. So they are all subject to be targets of our fucking bombs. This is his justification. This guy, I don't think, faced any sort of court-martial or anything afterwards because we won, right? So like nobody gives a shit. But the Nazis had the same type of logic. Like the guy who developed what do you call it? The fucking camps. Hitler came to him and was like, I need you to figure out the best way to kill all the Jews because they suck and this reason and this reason. So I'll figure out the most efficient way to kill all the Jews. And they put him on trial afterwards and he was like, I don't understand, I was just doing what I was told.
Yeah, following orders.
I was just following orders. Like, why am I being in trouble for this? It's just like, I don't know what I'm trying to get at with this, but it's like, I don't know. We have all this intellectualism and like all these words that justify this shit. You need to go by your gut, almost. You gotta go by your gut.
Horrors, right? Like we do some wrong things, which relates to like something we were talking about earlier, like about like free will. I think language is a very important and often overlooked. Unless you're into philosophy, I think like language gets overlooked in its role in the confusion of human beings. I think language, like tying up concepts in the world to words, to utterances, like you can't perfectly do that, and so in that transfer, like you lose a lot. You lose a lot, and you end up getting to a point where it's like, yeah, I can kill this kid because like the economy, right? Or like,
because he's like he's like part of the Japanese war effort,
right? Or even that, the Japanese war effort, right?
Yeah.
Like it's and we forget we ignore like the bells, right? We ignore like the immediate moment, right?
We do ignore the bells.
Donald Trump is not hearing any bells, right? They're just talking about war, and they're
I can't
talking
stand
about
him, dude. Like I can't stand anybody in like almost anybody in power, but like Donald Trump is.
And what a like world that we live in, where people still support the guy. I don't know. I can't even.
I am an empathetic person, and I understand why people support him. They're ignorant. They live in echo chambers, and I am actually fully sympathetic of these people, and I don't hate them, and I actually think they're real human beings. And I think
of course.
I think they're fine. I think it's very sad what's happening in our world. We can just get trapped in these echo chambers. We really can, and like people are made of different intellects. Like your son has a better intellect than my son, probably at a scientific level. I think everybody can get out of it if they have enough critical thinking, but like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but like, I think some people, maybe this sounds harsh, some people are fucking stupid and we need to be empathetic of stupid people. They're being manipulated by people who are by judges. They're being
By
manipulated
judges,
by
yeah, by
judges.
judges, yeah.
The judge is the wrong is
Yeah.
the problem here, not the people that are following him. I think.
Not the kid.
Not the
right?
kid who's following him.
Who's trying to just figure it out,
Yeah.
right? He's being led astray.
Yeah,
Like,
because the kid was in the judge's entourage for a little bit.
yeah.
He did some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's like that.
We all did that. I've done some fucked
Everybody's
up shit.
done some
I've been
fucked up
part of
shit.
the crew,
At
like,
some
yeah.
point, the kid
Yeah.
branched off from the judge and defied him, and that's great. Everybody should eventually do
The
that.
judge
And
did
even if
not
you
like
don't,
that, yeah.
even if you don't eventually do that, you still have the potential to.
Yeah.
The problem here was the judge and his intellectual bullshit that convinced people who were less smart than him, at least on a basic level.
Right.
All right, I think that's the end of our session today.
I think it's perfect.
I think that's great. Listen for the bells, my friend.
We gotta listen for the bells.
On Computer Games, out! Peace.